Greetings, blessings, salutations, and love, brothers and sisters. Something new, something different, kind of the same thing, but not at all. Holy cow, that's not flattering. Hey, I'm sitting here, just chilling out, having fun this evening, and I was listening to our friend IllumiTommy talking about me, and I thought, you know what? I'm blocked from the chat. But I thought, hey, why not just hang out? We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna open the link here. Tommy he hasn't dropped a link for his yet, but he has been, dude, he's done some work. He's been having some fun. And the link to his stream is in the description of this one. This one I just started. And this one is only on YouTube. Oops. I wonder how that turned out. Hey, looks like things are coming out. Hopefully everyone can hear me and see what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can figure this stuff out. I want to give more attention to what Tommy's doing. I'm telling you, I was laughing my butt off when I was listening to his stuff and some of the things he's captured. So let's see what's going on. I am hoping to see if he'll let me talk to him tonight.
I got a surprise for you. I just saw when I was scrolling the line. You guys are going to hate me for this, but Clockwork Orange to your ears, your eyes, don't turn away, or I won't drop a link.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
You may not realize how you do it, and I think you get triggered as well.
Well, there is a little bit of Christos. Let me see what I thought about Christos.
I've been learning to overcome my triggers with the focus of self-awareness, self-control.
Right. No one drenches of more self-awareness than Jack, his daddy, even some of their enemies.
Hey, Emily, what's going on was I was having so much fun listening to Tommy and others talking about me. I wanted to share the fun. So I'm tuned into IllumiTommy. He's reminiscing and pulling up things from the past, and he's proven all sorts of things. So I'm watching other people talk about me. Everyone's welcome to join me. The holy things, I actually think
from an unknown
who's the
profile.
twat?
Who would have thought the big holy kicks off with an unknown profile?
What a twat. I thought she was asking who to twat. He is a twat, Gentagon. Are you in that like probably year or newer demographic that you're going to be catching blindsided out of left field hits all night? Or not all night, but I've got like 3, 4, I have 6 tabs left. Not sure how to cite each time length. There's a lot of gems. If you're just seeing something in this that you're sick of hearing more than a year later, whether you knew what was going on or not, welcome. And let's see, I'm very curious myself. Not only did I say Christos was likable, it seems he shows up just before his current daddy. Let's just jump to that. And if anything is worthy or valuable that we're skipping, you can trust it'll be in future stuff. I wouldn't do y'all like that.
So,
Is it Austin?
Leo Holy Milk Honey Christos. His name was Holy Milk Honey Christos.
Hey.
Hello, my brother.
What's up?
All right. I'm going to pause this just for a moment. We're going to see where this goes. I'll entertain just briefly. How you doing?
No, are you worried about the past? Because your past is about to come up big time about you raping and being predator with mentally ill children. Your own family's coming on to expose you, Jack. So is that why you're worried about the past?
I'm not worried about the past.
Well, you keep saying, oh, they're talking about, well, when your own family shows that you're in the past, you raped and you're a predator, hence why chemo knocked you the fuck out. That's an interesting story. You should worry about your past because you're lying to the audience about your predator behaviors and ways of the past.
I'm sitting here silently, and you're lying to yourself in front of.
We're not lying. Your own family's coming online. They're not even YouTubers. Okay, they're not into this. They're coming online.
Hey, dude. So you say. You've been looping on nonsense for so long. I'm sick of hearing it. Let's go back to some fun. Tommy, while he's critical of me and he wants to oppose me, He's at least fun, man. This guy is hilarious. So let's see where he was going with Christos.
Justified, Jen.
What'd you say, Tommy, about me streaming?
You're in the right place.
What are you talking about?
You're in the right
Have
place.
been
Like in the
streaming or
chat,
what?
or when I just now said that you said you're going to be streaming later.
Yes, sir.
All right, great.
All right, so he gave you a promotion. And
I used to go
Christos,
there,
you
I
had
think.
some words of criticism for me.
Oh, I'm not. No,
Um,
I think I've beat that dead horse enough. You know, I'm not actually worried about it for real. I won't lie. I was having a little fun the past few times I was bringing it up with you, but if anything, it's pretty minor. It's not like
Well-
it's a huge thing.
Snafu
that you
crew.
like, take up.
Zebras assemble. He just said it's pretty
Actually-
minor.
actually,
A pretty minor,
You need
guys.
to look at what you've been doing, because you brought it up at my expense to mock me to gain your self privilege. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
you
Jack.
in the back, and only
Yeah,
because
Jack.
You don't have to put him in the back.
well, actually, another guest has joined us.
Wow, I should have known. I should have known.
Hello, brother.
I told you I didn't know either what was going to happen.
To you as well.
Motherfucker. This is back when Paul was still, well,
I
he's
don't
always
know
been his
how
dad.
long you've been paying attention or what you might have heard.
No, I just heard. I'm not sure I heard you complaining too much about me, but I heard Tommy, as usual, bitching about me and the channel like a little broken hoe. And man, it's
This was in the
embarrassing.
broken hoe days.
Right?
He's Same a old man. movie. He's entitled to his thoughts, and God, I don't know if you saw or not, but I did not want this time to turn into a bitching time. You know, it's not. I'm not here to gossip and complain about anybody.
Hey, that's one of my, Chev, can you share it? That's one of my biggest supporters. Long time supporter. Watch me battle you. Watch me act like you were getting unzebraed. Hey, that outfit you say you're going to wear whenever you come up and panel in a couple days, make sure it's sweet. We'll review your recent video still trying to say that zebra narrative, all right? All right, see ya. Have fun with 5 kids. None of them are mine. But I'm serious. Wear the thing you said you were going to wear. Come up here and let's watch that video you got out there on me. It's one of those like minors. I don't have to strategize. I can take you fresh, any of you, straight to my face. No espionage required. Just stand on truth. I'll whoop all your asses all day. We can watch it tonight. It's actually just the typical. It's actually a snafu video that she's still fronting as truth. And technically, it is truth. They just neglect why I made these threats, and he had his chance to answer for that last night.
Well, I
Problem?
complained. I didn't complain, but I shared
Problem?
my reality.
I handled it. Chev handled it.
Real for me and
Chev handled it.
what I see in the world.
Hey, I told her, come up and wear it. We'll watch her video together.
For
Or Snafu's
purpose,
video.
I did mention you, and I don't know if you look at the
I
description.
ain't scared of this
folks, I
motherfucker.
Hey, I'm not sure what Tommy's proven, but he's got a stream going, join a cupcake adventure, and he thinks he's proven a lot of things. He is pointing out some pretty hilarious things though, and these loops, this is evidence. These loops have been going on for so damn long. It's hilarious. your pimp channel.
Y'all want to see me not get loud? I'll just stick to the fact. I think
It
loud's
is a
fun.
place of inspiration. I've
Doesn't
recommended
dictate
you
morality
to
or
him to follow
Stance
you.
in the way I've done.
Unless something changes.
Unless something- oh, that's a good one. This could possibly be close to 2 years old unless something changes.
Still,
Jack, nothing's ever going to change for you because you're the most loser version of the movie Memento. Like Memento, there was danger and drama of these things.
He
And a man
doesn't-
with a short memory that didn't even.
he doesn't see the part he plays in my looping adventure. It's crazy, but
realize to
Yeah,
prove her, his wife used it to prove to her it was true and just kept telling him. I won't spoil it. But anyway, you're like the loser version of Memento, Jack.
for a while.
Yeah.
Come on, boys.
It's,
What do you got?
Tapping.
Does
dude.
Jack bring me up with Paul? Does anybody else come up?
Maybe if folks see value in you and your walk and your
He's
story,
stargazing.
invested,
Paul Boy
and see you
stargazing.
making a change, then folks want to love you. They want
For new people, one of his season 1 bullshit things he had his cult doing was if you're on camera and you remotely like think to yourself and look up, that meant you're stargazing, you're on your back foot, they got you shook. Yeah, I bet he is, because he's not going to get me over there to hear this stuff. Shit. I'll re-say, I bet he is, because he's not going to get up here tonight. I've let him up 2 nights in a row to bullshit me and play his games. He knows he's invisible in the chat. I have yet to drop that link for anybody. He's free to, I mean, that's the strategy is somebody has to come along. I'll drop the link for. He can jump on the piggyback and see what happens. Jack's going to have enough cam time tonight. Trust me.
I'll
could be
find
happier
my
if he
way
wasn't such a
on
piece of shit.
cam.
Right?
That's
Like,
what I
stop
used to believe.
Well, it's still true. It's just that not the way that you're presenting and living, because you're not resonating with others. They're not resonating with you.
I'll go see
Well,
who's
you're
watching
right.
Jack and not
That's
here and
what
just
I
mute him
like.
from the channel.
I don't know what else
See,
to do.
Chud?
That's what this video.
Tiny Chud,
He
the
wants to
fact that
punish
you would
people.
come over here from the Hoax War crew
Oh my
and say
God.
Snafu was right as your first chat, and I have not seen you since I've written off Hoax War out of patheticism. Bad move, Chud. Bad move. Go cry on Jax. I'm about to show Jack's daddy. If this is the time I remember, you guys know I have only the memory that's deemed when I get it. I feel like this might have been a time I think I will come up here. I think this is the time Paul started whining like a narcissist victim. Might not be. No, I think that was the time I already had the fire eyes. I'll see what happens with this later. I don't remember why I cited that one. I'm moving on, just because my show. You guys know. What is this? What will they say?
Jack, you're right. You are so right. These
But
bad and
everybody-
fucking useless
but-
individuals are all his problem.
I was hoping
No,
to be a life coach, but I forgot he failed all 4 of his own assessments. What was I thinking?
I do remember the time the cult looked up Jack's life coach assessment test and made him take it. That was, whenever I give the cult credit for the endeavors, that was one of the better ones. Now, you know,
That was ludicrous and insane, and the fact that they want to keep looping to that evidence is comical.
Paul didn't have the chummy friend endearment thing like Jack's sitting here laughing about. It's hard to tell how many hands it would take to count how many times they on again, off again between this. But I know why I picked this clip. This is just an out of left field stab at that coward that I've had on lock for a long time, Flow State himself. Listen to this shit.
Jack before Paul. That was through Ian. You came to Ian's channel. So
Fair
So
enough.
you were filleting
We
Jack.
know.
What?
Hey,
Right,
take
right,
any
but Flow
opportunity
State.
to prove that you're not with me. We get it.
And this is how dumb Flow State is that he'd admit he was an OG Ian panel.
Right. Even worse.
I mean,
I have-
definitely been cringier panels than Ian's.
But Flow State, now that you've said that, now I can officially call you on that time you went to Paul's panel and acted like you didn't know who he was and that you were new there.
Oh!
There, Tommy.
And-
This could almost be 2 years old. You see Flow State pretending, or at least I'm calling him out for having saw him go approach Paul and act like he doesn't know who the fuck he is. And he, Flow State, you've got nothing but your daddy, your boyfriend's playbook. That's all you got, man. You try and goad me in. You title me in videos. You talk that shit. You keep me off the panel when you talk that shit. You have the nerve to act like you've forgotten all your tyrannical host time, and then you bring me, hey, I won't do to you what you do to me. No,
Oh
Flow
my
State, you got
God.
no credibility. You don't. You are Paul enslaved level to me.
Oh,
You've only opposed him, went at me, tried.
I'm laughing so hard because he's describing himself. Yes, he's also describing Flo, but it's so funny to listen to these people, Luke.
To say I'm a narcissist. You guys, if Jack wanted to look smart, he'd talk about how similar you two are. But we know Jack doesn't have the capacity of that. You guys don't have the capacity to come to the Ferris panel in this panel versus bullshit and come at me because you know you're going to get got. And it doesn't matter whether you show up or not. I'll make the standing video, and just for the live fiends, I'll review it live. You got nothing. You're both millennials. You're my bitches. Gen X, yo. Gen X still runs the world right now. We ain't boomering out no time soon, except by the same slavery we'll all experience eventually. Joshua, listen, man.
Holy cow.
This is not a good show for you to talk to me right now or watch because we're doing the big boy stuff. Come back on, like, I'll try and drop something in the next couple of days that's just chill and laid back. But you shouldn't be trying comprehending this, wasting your time with this. This isn't a good, I'm getting ready to leave the panel versus Josh. This isn't a good place for you to get influenced by adults. And I'm surprised you're using a YouTube account that lets you get here because I got no problem making my stuff be confirmed by 18 and up and stuff. When I have you on, Josh, we'll always do it proper, just like the special people we've been having up. We'll always, on this channel, we'll always be stand up and do it right. But tonight's just not a good night, buddy. But get at me. And I did want to talk to you too because I think I saw you on a another channel.
Holy cows. I hope you guys are having fun with me with this because this is the life we're living today. Holy cows. I hope you're having fun because that guy Tommy is funny. But the problem is, yes, this is what he doesn't see. He's like the Oscar the Grouch of YouTube. In these YouTube streets, he's like jumping out of his garbage pail with all these insults and negative comments. but he's not alone. There's a lot of garbage pail kids gathered around here. Have you seen all these characters? Holy crap. That's why I started this live stream, man, because Tommy had me rolling. Sometimes I got to pause him, and skip through some of his nonsense. But holy cows, he had me laughing my ass off earlier. And then I haven't seen old Polly Boy for a while. And, the link to that upcoming stream is in the description as well. So, yeah, and there's all these pending streams with these accusations and rumors and all these wars and rumors of wars that are happening.
Hey, it's funny you call us trash when your own family, again, is going to come online. They're not people who go online. And I got them to say, yeah, we're going to expose them for rape. So are you denying
You keep showing yourself to be a liar. So when you follow through with something snafu, then I might feel afraid. But I have nothing to hide. I have everything to gain from a trial, from someone coming forth, revealing more evidence. Hey, let's get back to some fun again. Let's see where Tommy took this.
Panel. Joshua,
Oh, and others are welcome to join, but this nonsense from Snafu, I'm tired of it, man, to be honest. It's kind of, yeah, dude, this is what it's about. I'm having a great day. I'm having a great time, and I wanted to see what might happen. I am, admittedly, for those who do want to join, admittedly, I am kind of waiting for Tommy to drop the link, and we'll see what happens if I try joining. And then, we'll see what happens with the Polyboy guy as well, too. Because I think I was pretty rude to him last time he showed up. But the drama in the shows, there's content and there's value and there's entertainment and drama. And you never know what's going to happen next.
if it's something that's a big deal or an emergency, you need to go to your in-life friends, because I haven't seen you. I mean, the last time I saw you, we were welcoming you from a long hiatus. So you visited and I haven't seen you since. I'm not a person to bring any kind of vital thing you need.
So the one he's streaming is from about a year ago too. So same characters mostly.
I'm already still wagging the finger at people that do you wrong. This isn't a good show to get into it.
Not know who Paul was when you rolled in.
I'm your daddy, folks. We all know that. That's the
Paul, I'm here for the love and peace. Why are you so angry?
Right.
Why do you have that depressed, angry?
Copy paste. We're all angry.
No,
Hey, Paul, can I
you
ask-
are.
Step 1, piss people off. Step 2, question their anger.
That's
Step
what
3,
you
question
do.
mark. Step 4, profit. You know how the gnomes do it.
That's what you
Serious
do.
question. You want to be everybody's dad?
Narc gnomes. We just invented narc gnomes.
Because I'm what?
And they'll explain the narc
You
strategies.
know what? He fucking made me pregnant, so fuck off.
Is it
But
because
see,
you're feral?
Scott,
I don't think so.
Scott, this was my original problem with that whole trend, because I've only heard daddy in a context of these Chris Strokes proportions. So it makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's my loop, baby.
It's
Like
super
when men
creepy.
throw daddy around.
Girls call it a roller coaster ride.
You know, poppy, stuff like that. But when guys want other guys to call them daddy, that's just.
Can you imagine having a wizard call you daddy?
And a man telling another man to call him daddy is sus as fuck. Scott 2B. Scott 2B, I really can't stand having you around, but you triggered it. It's been a long time, and it's one of the few things I can still do on free mode. And just because you said that, I gotta hear him. And a man calling another man daddy is sus.
Special report. Urgently breaking with supernaturally special reporting.
We have breaking news that the newest victim in the Paul Diddy sexual assault case is not actually a victim at all. He just turns out to be a faggot.
Uh-oh. I think Daddy's here.
Daddy got the grandbaby.
Discourse here between Daddy and Talcott. Well, Daddy, how did Daddy get tricked so easily?
Right?
There's a lot of scandal that's going on with Daddy lately. I'm going to mediate between Daddy and Talcott. Mr. Snowball Walnuts, hold on. I don't think Talcott thinks he owes any money here. Daddy, I don't think he. Daddy, I support Jack too. Well, see, there you go, Daddy. Jack said he's down for reconciliation. See, I kind of agree with that statement, though, Daddy.
That other hoe.
Daddy.
Yeah,
See,
so-
you're right, thinking, Daddy. Hey, Tommy, why don't you come explain to Daddy about his name not being his
I
real
can't
name?
watch
T-Rex,
that.
I thought you were coming up here too. Are you ready to reconcile with Daddy? Well, Daddy here has issues with all kinds of people too. Mr. Paul Slave Daddy. T-Reigns, I don't know if you're still there. Daddy left.
Yeah.
I can help, and Daddy can help. Don't think Daddy don't have resources. Daddy got resources, man. And then Daddy shows us all the time. Then we can do case up. Oh, because you defended Daddy, huh? Are you and Daddy okay now? Or are you still fighting with Daddy?
Derek. I'm not
There's a
fighting with
lot
Bob.
worse out there than Daddy. Remember, Daddy's Daddy. He's gonna be in his Daddy mode.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Dude got this man cooling off his cheeks in a pool. And a grown-ass man calling another man who is not his father daddy is suspect.
Don't tell people you got a broke back, because then they're gonna say Paul is broke back, like Brokeback Mountain. You just opened yourself up to that shit. I'm broke bad for life. I tell everyone what Crew's about.
And a grown-ass man calling another man daddy is suspect.
Well, Daddy.
Oh, man. You know, in a part of that clip, you know how we take clips and they get only more valuable with time? Did you hear Snafu say that he supports Jack? That makes Snafu a rapist supporter, according to Snafu. It's too easy. It's too easy. Fucking zebras. Where was this going? It's not even the one that's shared. Close that one.
How can you not love the humor of Tommy? I mean, from my opinion, the dude he is just hilarious. And all he's doing is he's taking what is shown, the truth, people's behavior, and it all comes together, man. God is so funny, sincerely. The characters and the creators.
Did this run its course? Was there anything else to this I was trying to remember? Don't worry, guys. We got just random gems we're hitting up. And a man calling another man daddy is suspect.
It is. It is suspect.
Courage to do.
Oh, look, it's PFL Senior.
People have been sharing.
Probably why I chose this one.
That, it's been less.
See where it goes. Join me.
Yeah, I would say it takes courage to look into yourself offline and become what you need to be. If you come online without doing that, it might mean you're just stupid.
Projecting. I'm on top of it. This is how the real life thing can go too.
I mentioned
that
that
part, so I'm just nailing it.
Man, that was me. I started learning a little bit about this psychology and spirituality. I thought I knew it all.
You were Dunning-Kruger?
Started writing books.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
And I've been.
Did he say writing books?
The things I was saying.
Chet, I'm not going to pause it. Did he say writing books?
Right is right, as I knew.
I might have.
I'm right for the wrong reasons, man. It's almost just as good as being wrong. Here we go.
Hey, let's keep peace. We can have friendly conversations.
Hey, Tommy, can I offer a perspective on maybe a medication adjustment?
Shots fired.
Can I offer an opinion?
Shots fired even back then.
Yeah, let's see you make your father proud to his face, Paul. Let's do this. I'm having a good Sunday. I spent.
Oh, here he goes with the father thing. He's obsessed that my father. He thinks there's power in this dynamic now that he sees.
Oh, this is back when every other word out of Paul's mouth is power.
I've been looking for PFL. I need to give this man props, and I need to address that long before I
Did
knew
that
that
change, Tommy?
I actually foiled a plan that I should have aligned with the man on. And let
Sir,
the
you
freestyle.
realize that your vain attempt.
I'm talking about the freestyle.
Your elder, sir. I
Okay,
want to
but my
talk
Paul's dad tried to freestyle rap battling.
Right? Like he
Yeah,
might
can you
listen to me a little bit.
facilitate this? I'd
You,
like to
there's
talk
probably
to
no
you.
chance.
Look at Jack just having a kick out of
the man, I think,
lack of communication.
That I didn't know.
No.
Can you facilitate the clean communication between me
All
and
about
respect
you
to-
now.
A simple request.
Tommy show.
Tom,
Really quite simple.
Is this not PR? Is this not
Hey,
NPR?
I get it. The social services.
NPR Tom was going back then?
You got to find something else to do with your time.
Yes, the
How
ad
about-
hominem that never ends. The
It's not an ad
narrative that
hominem,
never
sir. I
ends.
didn't attack the man. I attacked your lifestyle. Please. Get
Yes,
the
show
word
the
first.
factual. Show me my
Hold on,
paperwork for
Tom.
some kind of welfare.
Tom,
Show me, Paul.
disengage, please. Tom,
Well, if you don't
disengage.
have it now, I'm going to
With
make it
respect to
happen
the
because
host.
you need a welfare check.
Is Jack still watching? Is
Yep.
Jack still watching? Because he laughed about shots fired. Now he's telling me to disengage. I'm looping my interaction with Jack, and Jack's creating my Matrix experience. It's a shame. That makes him like demonic.
No, it
I'm
appears
listening.
this is the only
That's a bit.
way.
I'm just clowning, but
It appears this is the only way I can have a conversation with Tommy. He's asking questions and I'm answering him, and we're still a little bit behind.
if you don't see what obviously is Jack's hypocrisy and bullshit along with his daddies, I'm just trying to talk to their daddy. You know, Jack's great granddaddy, Paul's daddy. I just want to talk to him and give him props for the freestyle thing he tried to do. Because I'm probably going to tell him that I accidentally foiled it, not knowing he was Paul's dad.
That's the case.
Oh, that's one thing I did want to ask PFL. Can you tell your son that if the government injures you in the military and compensates you with a check for that, that is legit money. That is not a EBT handout. That is legit.
So you went to go fuck for daddy.
I'm
and
taking
then-
up
and
for
then you
Jack.
eat the wrong way,
Jack's the one that gets that check.
Now you want
He
daddy to
was.
pay you.
And I
for the rest of your
appreciate
I'm
life.
taking up for this guy.
So, like, so the government hurt you. Show me where the government hurt you
has
instead of
ended
you
in
giving your life over to them. And
damages.
then
These are the
I might have to throw this into bro logic versus Paul, because Paul right here is saying, tell me where the government hurt you to get your money. He should be meaning it toward Jack. He's acting like I have the injury check. But on the bro logic thing, I cut in a clip of when Paul said he was going to sue the government for years ago, that he pulled his arms up so his organs ripped through his rib cage, and he has no stipulation on when he can take them to court for millions on that. This will go good with that. They'll show me where the government hurt you. That might be a loop loops.
Damages that need
This
remedies.
is why
Well,
these
that's
all
your
think act
bad.
like hoes and want to make excuses for the rest of
No,
your life.
no.
Oh, I
Where's
went
the
to fuck
remedy?
my daddy and got
I
a live.
love this shit, man. It just falls in my lap.
Stay back. Just turn
Falls
down
in my
so
lap.
I can have my way with him.
Paul,
That was Jack. Back in these days, Jack would have been probably confiding in me for help against Paul. It was around the early days of his dad showing up, and whenever Jack had recently left the cult. The fact that motherfucker's dropping me over being there I just went through the military justification of the check, and he always got for me is dropping me out. And is this the same one we start? Okay, this isn't the one we were just watching where we started out one-on-one. At least there's that.
Gosh.
Who did start out on this one? Fucking Peniel.
I have been trying so hard.
I mean, Paul and his dad is obvious.
I have been so patient and trying for so long to get through to these bitter and angry people. Holy cows, man. I love these guys. I really do. I want to see. I still don't think Tommy's dropped the link.
Obviously been there for like God knows how long. Man, like I said, I like it whenever you guys are like, I didn't review any of this. I just saw the starts of the parts they're stopped on, like, oh, this might be a thing.
no.
See where it goes.
Did he ask me a question? Was
Fuck
he
you,
asking me
Jack.
something that
Fuck you.
Main person.
I don't know his background, so it sounds like he collects a.
This shit with Paul will also go in his sociopath documentary where the lady says, yeah, talks about the smear campaigns and the shit they say behind. Yeah, I got it all day. It's just a matter of, does the good Lord see fit to give me the time to do it and show me that's the time to use for it?
Where I was,
He's
But I
gray skinned
saw
with
that-
dark circles around his eyes like Voldemort. That's all you need to say. That's why he doesn't come on camera, because he's demonically possessed.
no, he's not. God,
Projection.
jeez. What he was doing,
See?
though, Senior, is I saw
Jack defending Paul. Jack defending Tommy. He wanted to point out how he was defending me. I defended him too.
him trying to bring you to your relationship into his.
I showed up. I remember. I just seen it. I just showed up wanting to talk to PFL. If I remember right, I finally get to. It has nothing to do with the tactics Jack's projecting at me. He's a fool.
Relationship with you.
Which
Does-
isn't advisable.
does
to
he?
anyone, I gotta
Because it's
say.
Jack, I have to ask, does he bring me back up?
I mean, that was
Okay,
something that was
okay.
already brought up previously. All right.
Hey, Tom.
Jack, if you want me to continue, you have to offer the balance to this little game.
I love this affect he does.
Yeah,
where
will
he
you
pretends
throw,
to
will
be
you
normal.
equally? Will you
He pretends
equally
to be
come
normal?
back for your friend?
Where he pretends to be normal?
Right here, he pretends
me in
normal
public
and
and make me
relatable.
deal with Paul when I want to ask his
Look at that
an honest
fucking
question,
face,
will you
man.
just backstage him, Jack?
I'm gonna
I
pretend
have
to be
no
normal.
power.
Oh,
Jack. I'm not
that's
a-
what I forgot to tell you
I'm not
guys.
a
So when I got started on the midlife bro logic, every time I do the freeze power to talk, which was just my symbol to remember in editing when I wanted it paused, every time, you see how he's all leaned back right there? Every time with him is a virtual, like just perfect, like freeze frames when he's dancing or doing a thing, and it happened naturally with when I had something to say. So I work it out where every time I freeze frame, it starts to be an animation of all those great freeze frames. It's going to take it a little longer, but it's just going to be better. You know how that's my best stuff goes.
You're amazing, Tommy.
StreamYard god of media. I'm just asking, will you put the loud one in the back for a moment?
No,
Nope.
no, don't you put me in the back, Jack. I will take
See,
that.
it's
as
like
a-
that. You understand?
Ooh.
No, he's doing power games. See what he's doing?
No, that's
No, I just want to get my sentence out.
I want above it. I'm not worried
No.
about it.
No.
Jack's still oblivious to it to this day.
Communication to a man, I want to ask
That's
a
not
question.
oblivious,
No,
Tommy.
you want clean
Tommy's in
methamphetamine.
denial.
Can anybody tell me if he's still live
Is
watching?
it old yet, Paul?
Yes,
The
I
chat
am.
Because I don't want to pause it and give him a message if he's not live watching.
That you
Here,
like it.
I'll
and
send you a
spoke in
text,
the-
Tommy.
Have I ever spoken about drugs in the present? You like it, and you.
This was an old school, one of the first unslavia tactics against me, because like sometimes the same way, and this was the example I gave him, sometimes the same way I'm not getting a blowjob right now, but I might say I like blowjobs. I spoke in my meth experience with present tense. What are they? Nouns, adjectives, whatever the grammar term is. And the whole cult was like, that's proof he's on meth. That's proof he still does it. And that went on for a while. The only reason I don't respect any of you is I finally did it in front of Rose, and nobody's blowing her up with details. It's because you're all cowards, liars, godless motherfuckers, and I'm very happy to not really call many of you friends.
I just sent him a text to let him know that, yeah, I'm still live. I'm still, what was it? Yeah, still live watching him.
Have I ever
And I'm waiting for the link from him.
Or even
spoken about
liked.
drugs in the present tense as if I like them now?
I told
Very
you
He just
a
grabbed it.
million times. See, we've been over this. We
Grab
beat it like a
Can
dead
we
horse.
please,
I don't have a mind for tense like that.
Notice that Jack always wants to stop when his daddy's getting
There's a
defended
very
against.
boring story behind it. That was a trap.
Oh!
There's a very
Before we ever get done the snafu piece, it's going to show how often his daddy snafu'd. Did you just hear that? I got to catch these and grab them because I'll never remember where they all are. That's Paul playing the Tom got a minor girls drunk and fucked him.
I don't have a mind for tense like that.
What
unless
about the
it's like a
17-year-old
job.
who was drunk when you had sex with her and said she
There's
wanted
a
it?
very boring
Said she
story
wanted it.
That was a trap. Paul.
It's
It
Tommy
was
Meter.
Moose's
It's Tommy
show,
Meter now.
Paul.
He's up at the podium.
It
Hey,
was
there's a really boring
Moose's.
story behind all this. I'm sure no one
Jack,
wants to hear it.
backstage, please. Me or him?
This dumbass just looking up into the sky. We're going to freeze that right there. I know that this has to go somewhere if Paul's dad's there and I'm there on Jack. We're going to come back to that because even though Chev came off vacation as a piece of shit, we might be able to bring up the Moose time. I do have the Moose place. I told that story. I just have to find it during like a fun break or something.
You got the next best thing. No, I won't degrade.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Holy cows. What's up,
Holy
Nubs?
cows, man. What's up? Why'd you throw me off the other day? It's fucked up. What's up, Bubbles?
I didn't want you around.
Well, where's
That's
the
why I
love in
threw you
that?
out. Yeah, the love of me, the love of my joy. You try to take joy from me for some reason, and I don't get it.
How would I try to take anything from you that you don't allow me to take?
Well, whatever.
Isn't that tricking yourself out of position?
No, hey,
I'm
Nubs.
serious.
No, Nubs, you're
No, put all that aside.
overcomplicating.
Put all that aside.
What are you?
I'm
Who
giving
are
you something, Jack.
talking to, first of all, what do you think
I'm talking
you're
to
doing?
you. Do you know
What
where
what
you are
telling
right
me to
now?
put aside?
Your emotions. Yesterday. Be in the now, sir.
Hello.
You're
Would you
talking about
follow your
yesterday.
own words? No, you brought it up, dipshit.
They're your words, sir.
You're so fucking delusional, dude. Oh my god, you're such an asshat clown. Holy shit, God. I know he can do better. I know he doesn't have to be such an arrogant, prideful piece of crap. Not in my life. But hey, let's get back to someone who's more fun. Someone who actually has shown care for me. Yeah, who is Nubs? He's an idiot. He's some arrogant fool who doesn't know me, has no experience with me in real life whatsoever, yet wants to run around and slander me. He's a fucking clown as far as I'm concerned. And he's offered no value for me whatsoever. So, yeah, this is what I mean. Life is funny. We don't have to get so upset about it. And I used to. I used to get real pissed. But I don't give a shit. These people are worthless to me. If they can't see the value in life and joy and working with someone like me, I'll leave them in the dust. Nubs can keep his bitterness and his false security and his patterns of happiness and righteous anger. He's an asshat. Anyway, let's get back to some fun. If anyone else who has fun in them, who wants to share fun with me, please feel free to join. I gave you a chance, Nubs. I don't like what you bring.
Yeah. Oh,
Man, the hits keep coming.
all right. Well,
Now do you understand?
no, it's okay. There's nothing that'll brighten up my day, and of course yours as well. After 2 strikes on 2 channels and 2 rolled back, another one this morning, and constant battles with legal scum.
Stop. Hey,
That's me.
No, you didn't listen. I'm not whining. I'm laying the groundwork.
He's
I'm
whining.
laying the
Not
groundwork.
getting to see me as not knowing what I'm going to do.
Because your resentment is bizarre and embarrassing.
Oh, are we
I know it comes
installing
against
objectives?
you.
Are we
When they
installing
do, you
objectives and
lose every
goals on
time.
people?
Yeah, no, that's
How
fine.
come
You-
we shut you up when we're supporting a free speech nation? You're supposed to be able to look like a jackass in front of your dad, in front of your enemies.
Right.
You're allowed to do
So,
that. You're
so
free
why
to do that.
so why try to equalize if you have so much power watching
What
me
is,
in my
okay, you're
embarrassment?
installing
much power.
What
If
am
you're
I
having
trying to
so much
equalize
power
on?
watching
Am
me
I
in my
trying to
failure,
equalize
if
on
you're
skin
having
tone?
so much
On
power
beard neck?
watching me in my failure and
That is
embarrassment, why
such
do the
an
grind sounds
arrogant
only to
clown
verify you're not
too.
as
Because you sound like a victim.
Holy
claim to be?
cows.
Everyone
Tom,
wants you, right? Everyone's
Tom,
trying to shut you up. You're a victim.
Tom,
So I'm
sometimes the
victim. I'm
fact,
not saying that this is purpose
right,
and meaning and inspiration and this is what's supposed to happen. Everything is as it's supposed to be. You didn't listen
right.
too well.
Hey,
No, I
Ears.
listened.
That was back when he had the trailer. Everything was
Those
supposed to be.
ears are yours.
I'm trying to
stop.
compare you to the Bible.
Hey, both of you, please stop. Here's something to shit. It was what you were talking about.
Oh, he always loses it. Where's this go?
but you know
Created
what?
you, Jack.
Where the
He
fuck
took
does
you
this go?
from 5 years
There's
to
no
nothing.
me and you. There's no me and you at this moment, and you're not going to do reverse psych.
I have been so patient for so stinking long with these arrogant fools, man. Holy cows. I have so much faith and hope for what our future is going to bring. I'm so excited when things are going to be different. Let's see where this goes again.
Psychology and appeal to.
He used to call
this
everything,
idea of me
even when it
being the
wasn't,
one to
and
be
rarely was
the
anything
reason
reverse
that you
psychology.
rebuked me. You are such a twister snake that you will literally
Projecting.
shape 3 different ways in 3 seconds in
Projecting.
front of everybody and try to create power dynamics and group dynamics and try to play off each side. I'm so sick of
Projecting.
it. I see right
Well,
through you.
He's a good example of what we are able and capable
And I didn't
of
create
doing
that,
ourselves.
okay? So you're not
I
gonna
know,
like
yeah.
then you're not gonna then play down Jack's ego so he gets bubbling resentment toward me, and then you see him act out toward me and you get to laugh from the rafters. We're not gonna do that either.
Well,
And I just told you I give you my playbook forthwith with no explanation. I tell you what I'm going to do. That dark side does it by accident, does it through projecting. Rewind it if you didn't just catch that. And rewind it again if you can't associate for yourself how he just projected exactly the things he's toyed with Jack with for God knows how long. Because we can't date this until it hits 2 years.
Tommy
Because
sees
I'm
it
not God and I
because he
create
does
Jack.
it.
Okay.
No.
The only thing I tried to facilitate was a movement in Jack's and everyone else's consciousness and being.
They're lying.
Has anybody caught a unslaved motherfucker recently saying Jack's numbers and Jack's channel was only on behalf of Paul and owes all the things to Paul? That's a rhetorical question. I know you have. Where does this go?
And I got it done again because everything I set out to do, I fucking get done. Unlike you slaves.
Like buying land?
everything is happening with us
No, that was his old lady trying to buy land.
and for us.
It wasn't even Paul.
That's what
He
I
needs
want.
his money to fan it in the camera to front at people.
This thing of faith,
Just hitting a bowl, boss.
faith in the higher power, and that God does want good for us. That's actually a reminder I keep getting elsewhere, and that I'm trying to bring forward here. Okay,
Right. God wants good for us if we would fucking do good and be good. Better yet, great.
God wants good for us regardless.
Let's stop
God
that.
is
God
the
wants
good.
good for us, but
Yep.
On both of their behalves, I'll cite Job again. God wants good for us. He had the best. How'd it go for him? You think Jack or Paul in that time would have told him to curse God's name or stick with God? Because that's where that first family went. Maybe they were encouraged by demons or sooth and liars, tricksters, but the family that Job lost was also the family that, as that shit went on, just curse him, man. Why do you follow him? Fuck that God. Look at what he's doing to you. Look what he's doing to us. Fuck him. I don't think he missed that family. I won't miss a lot of you. Roll it.
we're not going to get it like children unless we do what the fuck we need to do. This is what parents are.
Here, let me pause to address some childish behavior. Mr. Nubs, who joined the panel for a few moments, wanted to take control. He was leaving nonsense in the private chat, in the back chat. So I kicked him from the backstage. Then he keeps returning. So he's been banned from the live stream. And as an ignorant child, he wants to continue thinking he can talk nonsense in the chat of my live stream. Take a hike, clowny boy. You're pathetic and worthless because there's so much, you know what? Let me not be insulting. Let me not be insulting. Let me not drop down to that level. So let's go back and have some fun with others who are having fun at that level. Holy cows, man. But see, this is the thing. There's so much evidence of my efforts to be kind. And there's so much evidence of their patterns of bitterness and denial. It's like, holy cows, man. Holy cows. Well, here, not to turn this into a thing, but we'll get back to them real quick. I do see why people say I'm still saying and doing the same things. I'm consistent. I'm very consistent. And I've actually been improving I've been improving my ability to communicate what I'm experiencing. I mean, I'm not trying to teach people any beliefs. I'm sharing firsthand experiences, things I've picked up through my life and my education, things that really helped me discover the greater meanings of me and love and the relationships that those bring. I really don't know why my life is like this. Yeah, I know. Radio Guru, this is the whole point. The problem is no progress. Is that my fault, or is that the many bystanders, the people who want to oppose me? You know what? It's nobody's fault. God controls the results. We control our efforts. I sleep well at night, every night, knowing that I followed my heart, I led with my heart, and I did what I thought was right for the day. So the no progress, you haven't seen the progress and the development in me as a man. I mean, I took steps today, right before I started this stream. I took steps to try and find my family again. Because I do. I miss my friends and family. People who live right here physically near me. I don't control what people allow me to accomplish. I only know what I set out to accomplish. And this is kind of what I think is the lesson that God's revealing for the world today. We got to break out of this selfish nonsense that everyone's in this by themselves and everyone's got to do it all alone. Yeah, that's partially true. But the other part of that is we're stronger together. People succeed when they're given support, when they're given a chance. When we help each other succeed, people succeed. Simple as that. Jeff Bezos knows that. So does Donald Trump. All these people that succeed, they know the fundamentals of success, and I do too. But why people here? Let's go back to listening to people talk about me. That's more fun. I can talk to myself all day.
We're supposed to teach children like God teaches its children.
Projecting.
We want better for you. We want to give you. We want to provide for you. Make it so damn fucking hard for us to do it and love you at the same time. You're a spoiled
my
bitch.
parents didn't say that.
I'm sure that's what God.
I bet you Paul heard he was a spoiled bitch.
Fuck out of your way and allow me to do the work with you. That's what God's been telling me for quite a while. Jack,
I doubt
sit
it.
the fuck down.
No.
Shut up. All right.
No. Now I know he's full.
I think that's what everyone's been
Not lying, Tommy.
Even God.
Oh, I contradicted myself.
I think,
Shut up.
Let me go alternate me.
Sit the fuck
Go
down.
alternate me, face.
Shut up.
Put the slave in the back if he needs to be put back there.
I'll sit there as long as you're here, Paul.
Shut his fuck up. You will, because you're a watcher, waiter, demonicator, like all of us.
Oh my God. This has to be closer to 2 years if Paul was still doing the watching, waiting, demonic, hating. And then one day I even added, Paul, I'm not hating. I'm a pretty universe. Shows that he's
in person. I'll strike you.
Got him.
Fucking thing to me in person. I'll have my way with you.
That's a little gay.
I'll have my fucking way with you. Just
Look at Jack agreeing.
Everyone and everything.
Look at Jack agreeing.
My mind down to it. Hey.
Project.
I'm agreeing because that's what he wants to think. He's all talk. He's going to talk and talk and talk. It's all nonsense.
Narrative. Objection. Narrative set. Projecting.
I don't have any resentful feelings towards Paul or his community.
Oh, of course not, Vancy. You're fucking moving on. We'll see where that goes some other time. I know Vancy's lukewarm.
I forgot
Yeah.
about
Oh, it is a
And
truth or
we-
cop. That's why I think I show up on
that
that.
we eat chemicals
Or I paused it
all
here because-
day and then wonder why we're sick when we go get more chemicals to numb our pains. And it's like, what the fuck? This is not living. This is not life.
No,
It's not
yeah,
we.
that becomes very clear.
Everybody, all these gurus want to keep saying we to make you agree.
And then there's manufacturing.
Not me.
plants,
Don't you
right?
see?
And our
Neither would
plants-
Harris
our
McGee.
food is on manufacturing from plants, manufacturing plants.
Get
right?
through it, truth or cop.
It's all right
Come
in
on, buddy.
front of our faces. It's all there in the words, right?
Work it out, truth or cop. Come on, TC.
We were born into a culture
Uh-oh.
that wants us to be fast paced and driven by obedience, driven by greed,
Ta-da!
production. Oh, good heavens.
Now, this looks like a Jack. I'm bringing up a Jack Talcott stream, but I realized because it says hanging with Truth or Cop and Truth or Cop's up here, and Jack was surprised that I got dropped in. It's technically a Truth or Cop show that Jack was restreaming as the guest. This is why I hate restreaming and say it's ruining the concept of kind of what YouTube got you used to. The same reason I won't let Jack and Paul and Flow State and people just sit in my backstage and talk to their channel when they should be hearing the turn I'm taking with them backstage because I'm not a mod god. That's what's killing it. It's what's ruining it. It's making no progress happen. It's part of the reason I'm leaving.
Holy
Hello, brother.
It's
I don't
been a
know, it's
while.
not
They
protection.
should.
Nope,
Should
whatever you
cut
want.
the hair.
Tommy, what's up, man?
Always be the last one in the room to speak.
Got him.
Guys, children.
Maybe
Got him. I knew something was coming if my mic wasn't on. Or I don't know why I popped in all quiet.
Just because you can come in there with some sharp.
I tell you
ass
guys, it's
logo
like,
and like be like, oh, this is what I look like. Oh,
guys, you're getting a real treat that I'm getting with you. I never thought I could experience myself not knowing what I'm going to do like you guys get to do every time. And I finally get that.
all the time. I have these cool sunglasses that project light,
You hear
and
the
then
deep
I
voice
just
there?
stand there with perfect. Yeah. And I have this
Deep voice
perfect
there?
deep voice.
I need
Yeah.
you- I need you to pipe
Yeah.
down there, beard neck.
Oh no. You
You're
think you
weaving
can
it
just
up right now. This is chat voice, buddy. I'm here to let you know why I'm
weaving.
Can I get some fuck truth or cop in the chat?
You and a couple other these tubers.
IllumiTommy thought and children. It was everywhere, man. It was everywhere. It still is now.
You want to roll with your little feels related bullshit saying you stand on rights, you understand individual rights, you understand free speech, whether it's about political or freedom things, and then you turn against it. You just hypocrisize it, you contradict it. And if I pick up a goddamn camera, I'm burning some of these channels alive. And believe me, I can do it. I came from up
Pre-channel me. Reference to picking up a camera. And what did I say?
As we speak, live. And believe me, I can do it. I came from up that tower.
Oh.
And you just hypocrisize it, you contradict it. And if I pick up a goddamn camera, I'm burning some of these channels alive. And believe me, I can do it. I came from up that tower. And
This is so old. I was still saying GD and I was still threatening to pick up the camera because people were always saying, go make your own channel because you know nobody will watch it. I'm a man of my word.
On fire as we speak.
He's still threatening to burn everybody down. And what has been accomplished in all of this time, dude? Hey, you know what, guys? There was some other comments. You guys are you're spot on. Thank you for reminding me. My outer exterior goals, yep, little or no progress so far. I assure you it's not due to a lack of effort or action. But I have grown much, much closer to God. And I really do. That's what I encourage everyone to do. Because I think that's the message that the world is ready for right now. People are ready to know more of the truth, more of love, more of light. And, you know, I look forward to what the future brings, and my appearance will change. I have intentions of really transforming myself and becoming a much better example physically. This will be like kind of the sloppy before picture, but the haircut, yeah. Well, when my life changes, I'll change. And when I change, life will change. So let's see where the changes are at.
AMC, I'd be happy to mod you, but I'm in StreamYard right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is let me take out the trash, the stuff I don't like to hear people.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Cackling about complete and utter mod god by the neckbeard weeb. I should have expected as much.
You understand this is my show. Just
It
like when
was-
I'm on
it
your
is.
show, I understand it's
It
my
is.
show.
It was smooth.
Now, recently, you've seen me talk about my show. You've seen Pill Eater reference it. The key element is, no matter what these weebs still want to claim, I'm being very fair on my show as opposed to the reasons they're flexing on me.
You're
If
not
I'm mod godding on you, the first sign is what you're there about is completely irrelevant or not.
Tommy is not nearly as fair as he thinks he is, or as fair as he says he is. He's not as fair as he thinks. I'm clear.
Or you're snaffuing. If you're there about a real issue I've been beckoning you about or you've been pursuing me about, I'm going to give you the fairest shake in any of these channels we can name. And I'll stand by that to today.
With Tommy to that, and Snafu used to do the same shit. The first time I ever saw him on Europe, dude, I was
the only reason I think I'll just volume it.
That shit early on.
The only reason I think Truth or Cop isn't where Snafu had tried to porn bomb is because I feel like I remember him fronting as Truth or Cop to try to get on, and he wouldn't have done that at Truth or Cop. But I can't remember what channel he showed up as Yurt and Truth or Cop after getting kicked off to get mad and try and hentai porn bomb.
And yeah, they help you. They help trigger you. They help you find your.
Jack's still referring to us as characters.
People. Tommy, I love Tommy.
No, hold on, Jack. Let me tell Truth or Cop why he's correct, and I can be correct at the same time. Truth or Cop is correct. Anytime I come to these channels, number one, I make sure I never have a blue wrench, and I learn and adapt to each channel's singular conditions as that host, whether I like it or not.
Doesn't.
And that's also what determines
He does not learn and adapt to the conditions of that host. He defies and he opposes the conditions of me as a host. I'm evidence.
So, do I show up? In what context do I show up? How often do I try? You know, it also depends on your subject matter. Depends
See what the
how
views
long
are on
you
this.
keep sitting at a time that keeps getting pushed.
Look at
back.
him just dying about it.
Many creators are guilty of, you know.
It's like you're not allowed to say this is me looping because it is at 215 views as we watch it. I guarantee you, there might be 3 of you in the chat that might have seen some of this. You don't realize I'm looping my stand-up, do you? I don't even know why you show up, Lou, you fucking loser. No, stick around, Lou. I'm not going to banish you off. Take a little break on behalf of Lou. Because usually people can't watch this because I have it private, Lou. I'm going to fire this up just for you. Oh, no, Lou, that's memberships, faggot. We're watching why I'm not going to bother showing real life stuff in front of you fools. I don't know why I revisibled you. Maybe so you can come back and do this. If you say this is my life, don't you have anything more? You're one that's called it up to your daddy. You're projecting, Lou. There ain't a damn person in this chat that's going to say bring Lou up, drop the link for Lou. Won't happen unless they're culted like you. So if they pull it off, let's see if you're here long enough to hit it. I got no respect for you, Lou. I'm about to show everybody why. It's warranted. The only reason I had to take this down, all I got to do is chop off the part about the beard guys being the same. This whole video was for you, Lou. You know what? Fuck it. We don't have to watch it right now. Do it in another time. Everybody that's a real one is always. And I'm doing a thing, Lou. You almost got me. You almost got me, Lou. I'm already doing a thing. Thanks for watching. The thing that you say is stupid for me to do. You get your stupid comment off there.
If I like your channel enough to show up on your schedule, why you?
I want to hear this part again.
I might have
everybody listening to this.
Conditions at these channels. Number one, I make sure I never have a blue wrench, and I learn and adapt to each channel's singular conditions as that host, whether I like it or not. And that's also what determines, do I sub? Do I show up? In what context do I show up? How often do I try? You know, it also depends on your subject.
Jack's just losing it like I'm doing a Jack Roshia wishes he could accomplish with crowds.
Many creators are guilty of, you know? It's like if I like your channel enough to show up on your schedule, why are you fucking me on the schedule? I might have shit to do, you know? It's just respect to your fans. And that's what I'm here
sort
to
of
say.
currency. Currency.
You and Jessica, who was it? Because that's the person I have animated.
Oh. This is so old, dude. I'm bitching about the time I needed to know who wrenched my visibility on Truth or Cop's chat, and Truth or Cop had been like, yeah, good looking out, Jessica. Thanks for that. And Jessica said, I didn't wrench you, Truth or Cop did, and I just wanted to know which one. This ought to click over to 2 years any week now, maybe even any day. Wow.
Like, while you left me sitting for your show, I was passing the time, dropping some snaps, saying some funny, saying you
and
guys
not snaps,
getting triggered over a little text funny while we wait. And somebody timed out me for like nothing that was causing harm or damage.
Oh, it's Wizard! I encountered him today. If Jack hadn't protected him.
To prove my point. Watch this man go against me on.
Listen to Wizard, guys. That's why I brought this up.
I bothered to show up with a ticket.
You're the one that showed up on Paul's and told everybody you were being fake anyway. Just like fucking Cam showed up and said he's just playing games.
You are correct. Why does Wizard look like a roadie from Molly Hatchet? This is how Wizard used to look just after he survived cancer and came back to the Panelverse, aka the Carpet Factory. Wizard sucks at Roy. And the best thing he can hope for is when he deceases, he wakes up in the Space Place arcade and having just fucked up his game on Roy instead of an actual life where that sister of Chris's wife comes walking through the background every now and then. If you remember what Wizard said today about me looking for numbers and just trying to spur reaction, this was his old rhetoric of, you said you were being fake, and it's no. My early days at the cult, I would always go up doing the thing you know of me, but not lying. I started out wearing masks and stuff because Nubs had his catchphrase of, we don't trust people with masks, and so I'd wear a mask.
Hey, greetings.
What's going on, Jack?
It is you. How you been, brother?
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You having fun with this? Have you been paying attention to this?
Yeah, Tommy's always a entertaining person to watch.
Dude, he's got me laughing. You jumping in with any thoughts, or are you just here to hang out and enjoy?
Actually, I'm just here to enjoy.
Cool.
I wanted to show you a little. It's like a treat.
Please.
Check this out. Check this out. Who is that? Oh shit! It's a floating Jesus. Floating Jesus.
All right.
He's floating.
Very cool. Are you in the pool?
Yeah. Life sucks right now, man. It's so bad.
Oh,
so bad.
looks like you got a ton to complain about.
Yeah.
We'll fit right in with Tommy and his misery. Hey, it's great to see you, brother. Great to see you. And it looks
good
like
to see you're still doing it, brother.
looks like life is feeling good for you. And I hope that continues, man.
Yes, sir.
This life, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, what the hell do I do with this? This is just too much fun, too hilarious. So thank you for joining me. Let's see where the day goes.
Every time I showed up, and nobody had yet to see my face in the time I'm referring to. Once I have this picture, things have changed. But this is old school Wizard being today Wizard.
Games.
Oh,
Just like
You're
you
about to embarrass yourself, Wiz. We've been
just
over
like
this.
everybody else says, this is for your fucking entertainment. So shut the fuck up and quit being a
R.I.P. Destroyer. There's Destroyer at the bottom.
This
R.I.P.
is why you're a joke, Wiz, because you can't even follow the context.
That's meta
Like,
IRP,
We all get
not
together
real
and clown. It's why people come out for these. But when we speak truth, we speak truth. And I see a bunch of people saying, I don't like him, so I'll go against whatever he's saying. That's Orange Man shit, old man.
No,
Like if Orange Man said we all need to eat healthy and vegan, people would give their kids candy for breakfast. Tell me about your fucking coin you're making right now, because you're crashing.
Oh, cat coin guy, Wizard the cat coin guy.
I'm here to tell this motherfucker why I'm unfunny.
Hey, Steve, just holler out if you feel like jumping in with anything, all right?
No, I love watching Tommy try to
Did you guys
word
have you guys
battle
seen
everybody.
recently?
He's great at it.
I also like it when he picks a topic and actually intelligently argues it. You know, before he gets so crazy with burning people. He loves to burn them.
I know the game. I know the game, and you buy into that.
He loves to step off and chase the fight and the burn. But I know what you mean. He's fun. He's funny.
I read the Bible more than I read the U.S. Code and all the other.
Spiraling like we care. I give not even. Why are you
Cool. Hold on.
Muted, obviously.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, I didn't notice people pouring in or coming out of the shadows into the chat.
Up on my channel.
Fucking time. So
I won't find out
entertaining.
till it's posted. If you let
I don't know if I've seen that one. And Jeeps and me go back to the first season.
Jack,
He
did
was
he
probably
let the
fun.
Ace Ventura glass door thing happen? Did he let it happen? Or
I've got a lot of Wizard gems. I have to just find them in their folders. I've got Wizard nodding, really big forehead at the camera, and obvious like oh, duh, nodding, and make him agree with anything as a clip. We'll see where this goes. It's truth or cop after all.
Tell me the truth.
For a guy that talks about an old man with cancer, can't breathe.
Oh, are you playing? I thought you survived. Are you still playing that card? Are you still playing the old man with cancer? I thought you were past that. I thought we rejoiced in your remission. Are you still playing the cancer card? I need to know if I'm going to keep up with the continuity. I need to keep the continuity in these streets.
I've always been, man. I've been the Vinnie Mac of the panelverse.
Yeah, you recently mentioned that I was dying of cancer, just like
Tell me I'm not the Vinnie Mac of this panelverse. I was always foremost concerned with a blend of the real, the information, the entertainment, and you cook or you don't. You're a chef or you don't.
several other people. Now, if you want to
The thing I love about, can you mute him for a second, Cop?
Sorry, I just sent Tommy a text with the link to join and an invitation. So we'll see what happens.
Because I don't share content creation with this old kook. So you got to choose right now, and I'll leave Truth or Cop. But I've vanquished this man long ago that no one wants to acknowledge. No, I'm saying
Robbins today.
Dude, I'm not listening to you. I'm trying to give the host this ultimatum of like it's got to be me or you, and I'm cool with either, but it won't be both of us because.
How you doing, just a student of life?
Disregard by host. Total disregard.
I'm just watching and learning and observing.
Is that RCA?
Then why did you come on stage? Like how
Is that RCA? So are you culted in the chat? Is that RCA?
It's RCA, Tommy.
I
just thought you had a band up here. Thought maybe I played an instrument in high school. I thought maybe the band wanted to talk to me.
Well, I didn't finish. May I finish?
Well,
May I
you
finish?
sound like a minority amidst four white men, so I guess you may finish.
Okay,
You very
okay,
much
okay.
may finish.
Well,
Questionable minority.
Which channel are you
Oh
from?
man, this is classic.
Which channel are you from?
I might have to meme edit this.
No, how did you
Oh, we
find
could have figured that. Even I don't have a channel, but at least they know what.
Wow.
How did you find it? I just want to know that real quick.
I smell demons and I smell the demon on here, so I
What
kind
is that RCA?
my demon detector.
Do I have to make a poll of is that
demon
RCA?
detector went off and it led me here, and I think I know which one it is. I think
I'm not saying it is, but it makes me.
I'm a mind reader. I bet you I know what he's gonna say. Does anybody else? Hey, chat, say what he's gonna say. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Two Cokes. Do it. Do it.
Make their choices. Chat.
Do
Who
it,
is he
do
gonna
it.
say is the demon? I mean, it's four white men. It's really a mystery. Which one's the demon?
Oh, I bet he does, Chuck. He's got about as much chance as you do. Talcott got enough of this spotlight tonight. Talcott had his chance to talk today. No, if you ask again, Chuck, we got a super chat. Don't worry, Jack will liquidate another year of his house in
It
his
doesn't matter
backyard.
who they say. It doesn't matter who he says. What matters is the following emphasis or
Like
explanation.
day after day, Jack treats me the same and forgets I can do this whenever the fuck I want.
I'd love to hear
Compared to back then, whenever they were,
what the
when I
demon
couldn't.
was that was brought.
Objection. Thesis is a hearsay.
Well, we are.
Oh, you're killing, Wizard. You're killing it.
Not people
Well,
who can't find their way.
the only person's input we could be looking for is just a student of life. At this point, we've all accepted that narrative at this point. So what's going on?
Wait,
Oh, write this down.
Is anyone
I need to have that brought up on the screen for future. Oh, shucks, Chuck.
Hey, Jack.
Oh, shucks.
I'll claim teacher. I'll claim.
Yeah, brother.
Does the tribe still stream?
Yes, I believe so. I think I've seen notifications, but I don't tune in.
Just curious because I've seen his videos are getting like 20 views a piece. He was really popular. I was wondering if he was still doing it.
Huh.
He might be up to like 30 views a video.
Doing good. Growing. Climbing.
What other douchebags are out there? Timmy Carini,
Dude,
does that dude still show up on Paul's channel?
Who's that?
Timmy Carini.
Yep, he's around. I haven't connected with Paul for a little while. I don't know if you noticed there's people doing the vertical streaming nonsense, jumping on the bandwagon to get views.
Oh.
Paul started doing that, and I haven't tuned in. I don't like watching it. I don't like being on it.
Money making platform, or like is that
No, it's a new thing with StreamYard or YouTube or something. I think it's to try and jump into what TikTok was doing with the vertical for the phones. So if you look at some of the other streams, they're doing the vertical stream. Paul was doing that, and he got some damn big numbers too, man. If you look at some of his recent live streams.
I haven't seen anything from Paul in months and months and months and months and months. Oh, maybe a year.
Here.
I totally don't watch that dude anymore at all.
No, look, he switched it up. And there was he got like 139,000 views one day.
Oh my
It's
God,
like,
he's popular now. Look at him.
Right?
You go, girl.
Yep.
He's popular.
And then it drops 70,000, 49, 27. Good numbers. I'm not dismissing any of it. These are all the vertical streams though.
I'm pretty
If you can
jealous of
see
his
it.
success. Good old Paul and Slave. So successful.
Comes up with a vertical. It's like
a lake. Buddha asked his
I don't like
youngest
it.
and most
Anyway, so I haven't spent much time with him. He showed up occasionally, but it seems I was kind of rude to him the last time he showed up.
So is it revenue generating?
I don't know that it does more than just it gets caught in the algorithms more and it's pushed more. So it does get more views, gives the opportunity for more, I don't know. Yeah, it could be more profits. I don't know, dude. I'm not in this for the money.
I am, man. I went to my CMP exam today.
CMP?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Compensation and pension.
Oh, right. How'd that go?
I think it went very well.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear.
What about you, man? How's the housing situation? Last I heard, people were talking that you were getting kicked out or some shit. Looks like you're still at home.
I am. There was people jump to conclusions and they spread all those fucking narratives. I mean, there was a chance that I would be evicted, but there was also a chance that the lease would be renewed for another year. So it turned out the lease was renewed for another year and everything worked out just fine.
Oh man, so everyone was freaking out for no reason.
Yeah. This is what happens in life, man. So nothing's really changed for me, yet things are changing. I don't know what's happening, Steve. I'm still on a path. I believe the world's going to change, like peace and reform. Still believe in big.
Are you still registered to vote?
I don't know if you become unregistered, do you? Unless you tell them you don't want to be.
Yeah, I withdrew my name for the registrar, so I'm not voting anymore. But I was curious if you were going to vote.
I haven't participated in a while. I haven't even opened the ballots.
Well, the last time I checked, because I've been so
times.
fucking busy, you have no clue how fucking busy I've been. Kamala Harris is going up against Trump.
That's what it sounds like. I don't think either of those are good choices. I think it's time to do better.
So here's being Americans and being free is we have the choice to choose, but yet they give us Kamala Harris and Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't accept those choices.
I can tell you the market's turning. If Trump is back in there, the economy is going to look really, really good.
Well, Steve, what about this? I've shared this in comments with other people online and people who I think can get it. What if somehow we got a group of conscious people in front of all of the people of Congress and the administration of the White House, public television, no secrets. We just have these conversations. It's time for better leadership.
I understand, and I want to know how the hell we fucking do that. Because I saw your video where you went up on the podium and you spoke to the city council or mayors, whoever it was. Is that just the one video? You only did it one time?
No, there's a couple of them. I went back a couple of times.
Well, I got to tell you, the one that I saw, you got up there and you talked to him, but all you kind of did was ask him if you could talk later. I was wondering, having a platform like that, like what are we going to do to get this word out and like actually make an impact?
Well, I truly do. I look at the world from my perspective. My perspective is, as an American, I served in the military. I did the things I did, but I see the perspective. I can see from the world, the greatest problem in the world is the economic system. The poverty and division, that's what has everyone has everyone at war with each other. Peace, that is the Prince of Peace, right? And love over the crashing waves and over the waters. That's the power of love. It overcomes all the earthly ways, and that's shown through the stories of that. Jesus. Love is the answer. The Prince of Peace. That's whose way I want to follow.
All right, Jack. So how do we get that word out of Jesus and peace and love? How do we take these steps to talk to who we need to talk to stop these fucking wars and make the economy good so everybody can afford to live a life?
I don't know all the details. All I know is like the outline. It's going to take people coming together, and it could be real simple, could be real complicated, but if we get the right people involved, we can start with a small group of people in Congress. They can work out the details, and the idea is if we can get a voice of citizens who really truly care, conscious people, to become oversight of the government, take over like the shareholders. We become the shareholders over the CEO. And so whoever the president is, they're going to be working at our direction. And our direction is going to be peace, equality, justice, you know, the good things of life. I think it's possible, and I think it's time, and I think it's so perfect because there's so much evidence that's like publicly out there that we can point to and say, hey, here's a problem that we don't need to deal with, right? We can stop spending money to reinforce the oppression and extermination, right, of other people. That's what's happening in that small piece of land in Israel. That saddens me. It's time for Congress to get off their fucking asses, stop making excuses, and find a way for peace to be made.
So do you think it's a platform issue that we're not able to get this ball rolling?
There's something divine happening, something perfect that I trust in. But what we're experiencing, it's these hierarchies of the illusions of authority and all the levels of bureaucracy. That's what makes everything so difficult and challenging for all of us. But if we work together, we've got the tools of communication. I mean, it doesn't have to be me. If anyone knows anyone, it's time for good leaders to rise. It's time for it's time for the masses to stop settling for unacceptable. We can't we've become limited in our freedoms because by design, the system works to limit our choices. And with limited choices, well, then you get fewer ideas. It's time for change.
Well, it's just like going back to this fucking election. We don't have much of a choice. Kamala's definitely not going to do anything better than what fucking Biden did, so we're stuck with Trump. Trump actually made the economy good, but he's fucking...
Well...
He just has got to learn how to be political.
Hey, brother, I don't know. It's been a while, right? Since you've been around. I've been joking about this and talking about this. You know, help me find a way. Whoever you can think of, let's find a way to help me speak with Donald Trump. He could help me get in front of Congress before November. And maybe he doesn't want the job that he thinks it is, right? If we change what the job is and what's going to happen, maybe different people will want to step into that position. I want to convince Trump he can change the world. He failed the last time he was the commander-in-chief. And
So my question is to you is, when you go and vote, you only have the two choices. Who are you voting for?
I'm not. I want to interrupt serious. I'm not kidding. I want to interrupt the political stage before the elections in November. You know how much money is spent on fucking advertising?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Stuff that's, dude, there's, and for those poor postal employees, political season, there's all these rules and regulations, and they got to be fairness. And so they've got to you got to keep track of everything. It was so annoying. The political season is a bunch of nonsense. It's spending money for advertising, mind control. It's for programming. All of this, millions and millions of dollars being spent to advertise candidates that someone else chose. We've got citizens in this nation sleeping in the cold. There's something.
That we do.
Although I guess it's kind of the heat where I'm at right now, but you know what I mean? It's the world today it's not right, and it's no one there's no point blaming anyone. But admittedly, when I started looking at the world in my age, and I realized, holy shit, man, we let our children down. They should not have inherited a world like this. This is not acceptable. But it is what it is, and we get to be, and I've been learning how to live life as an adventure. And wouldn't it be quite an adventure to find out that this was part of the plan?
There's always a plan in place.
It's always
Plan for everything.
unfolding. It's always unfolding. Our plans, my plans, never work. Hey, you want to get back to Tommy? We could talk for hours. Either way, I'm good. Either way, whatever.
I don't fucking care, man. I'm just being entertained.
Me too. Today, I'm just kind of chilling out and having fun, to be honest. I was having fun tuning in. And, oh yeah, old Polly Boy was supposed to be starting anytime soon too. So we might check in there and see what he's doing too. Let's see where Tommy's at. Try and catch up a little more.
Try to stay visible. Try to stay visible, you daffy culted chick. You just come on a live channel and say you claim being a doctor, you old.
Let's see.
Yeah. But I'll still take the poll just because you guys love the poll. Are you asking for a doctor, old man? You need a doctor. Anytime me and Wizard are going like this, I feel like I need to make it one of those video games, like me and Aphrodite tag team. I think he.
Just a student of life.
I think somebody needs to go to church, maybe read a Bible, or just calm the fuck down. How about that? Take a chill pill.
I would
Take
agree.
a chill pill.
Looks like this continues for a
Any chill
while.
pills around?
So you guys notice for one with
Is he still alive?
mirror, as the man says, the whole or the all. It doesn't mean we're the
Take
creator.
note, Paul's not being sarcastic. He's showing his.
Oh, that dude.
And by the way, man, I
Actually,
so appreciate
That
you guys. All of
gouchy
you.
guy.
And I want us
Holy
to learn-
crazy fool.
Hold on, just to.
Dude, yes. He's still been part of my experience offline too. It's like, holy shit, man. Some of these characters that we find around here. But this party's bringing up, I bring up Nassim Harriman with the Resonance Science Foundation. This is actually a pretty cool thing. He's got a lot of wisdom and explanations there.
Now, there's another thing I'm going to try and bring up before we close.
Resonance
I can look
science,
for it.
and he's got the data and everything to prove that the all is all that is. We are that which is. There's
Yeah, very broad stroke,
Yeah, all
like
that
Jack
proves
Love.
is that we are holographic because we are part of a holographic
No.
simulation.
No.
It does not prove
Right.
we are the creator of that experience.
Kind of.
It just proves we are part of and or one with and or mirror, as the man says, the whole or the all. It doesn't mean we're the
Take
creator.
note, Paul's not being sarcastic. He's showing
Let's
his
get into
just
details.
as much
I would love
jackass.
to do that with you, brother. And by the way, man,
It's
I so
kind of
appreciate
that
you
way.
guys, all of you. And I want us to learn together. I want to share with you what I've learned, the gold I've been
I
gifted
don't know
to
what
share.
to do.
And I want us all to, like, we had a great conversation earlier.
I know I'm going to go at Aaron at some
And
point. That's
there's
probably
so
why I
much
came up.
radical potential in this group. And honestly,
I can only take so much of Aaron at a time too, so bear with me skipping through it. I think you guys are doing all right, but if I do miss something, please holler out. God float Jesus with this.
all right. Hey, Paul, can I remake a request from you, brother? On
No, I'm
humanity.
tired of you requesting things from me. Let's just
Paul.
talk from a space where we're at, how we think and feel and want to
Tap my
present.
stick.
That's
Okay,
all of
let's
our
be
prerogative as men.
Let's be respectful.
Everybody's talking all the shit about Paul. Why don't they just let him in?
Why do they keep making it of me?
Paul,
Oh, yeah. Faggot.
I can't speak for others, Paul, but I'm making it about you.
You can't speak for others. You do almost every day.
And number two, for this to continue, we need to have cooperation and respect for each other. And,
So you think respect is entitled by everyone at all times, no matter what they do and how they live, right? You live like that?
Protection.
Aaron, please.
I like to save you all the button pushing. X in the chat if you respect Paul more often than you don't respect him.
We continuously keep each other in the law, like fulfilling the law, and especially the original law of God. The original law of God.
I live like that, sir. You don't have to request.
Wrong.
it. I'm under
Wrong.
an agreement to do so. When someone shows themselves over and over to be an irredeemable infidel, I'm not saying
Like
you.
yourself.
There you go. We have a bias. We
Yeah,
have a bias.
it's-
You request the same thing from him. you do.
Paul's a glutton for bias judgment.
Here.
It's very divisive,
Being
and it
reminded
complements
of
how
the-
I'm
of the
divisive.
other recent disrespect that
Sword.
was offered me without
Trying
any-
to get him to see his
Comes with the
behavior.
sword. Division.
Just the excuses.
Paul's just on the
So if you
wrong
wanna
side of
go
that history.
Be a clown. Go be a clown on your show.
I gave up clowning years ago.
Aaron.
Well, from
sorry for
Portland
the
to
interruption and my
wherever the fuck. I just brain farted.
realize my energy, but please.
You don't have to.
Wonderful. You gave him a chance. You gave him space to.
I might have to watch the Portlandia intro. Just I gave up clowning years ago. Well, in Portland, you don't have to.
Is to away from
Where does this go?
restoring this.
I mean, it's Gouchy. You guys need to steer this. If Paul hadn't deleted it, it might not be deleted. If we could find the time Paul made Gouchy believe he was bringing him into the Paul and slave crowd, had me going for a second.
Resonating with the unconditional love of the morning star Jesus that he is. We will.
Whoa! Whoa! Did you catch that, chat? Did anybody catch that? I've seen a lot of Gouchy bullshit just as he looked the most demonic. Did you catch that? I'm going to give you guys a second. I'll respect somebody if you guys show me the. Do you hear what he just said? Don't rewind yourselves. Just type it as we speak. Let me see it. I'm going to hit the bowl and keep watching. I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to show you what he said. You guys don't catch the things like I catch the
He's
things.
telling me I need Jesus in my life. Well, here
But that's
he
what you're
is.
here for, right? That's why you come. Sometimes
Center point of my
shout to Chris Strokes. Shout to every blowjob is a
simplicity.
theatrical performance with a lot of words and things. in
Holy
between,
cows.
you know, well, you know, you don't. Listen to what this.
I mean, what do we
The
do?
moment we get a critical mass of people on earth resonating with the unconditional love of the morning star Jesus that he is.
Boom! Got the morning star Jesus that he is. I've
morning-
commonly said, you guys think you see the way, the truth, and the light, but without discernment, you may be tricked by the morning star. This motherfucker, whether he's intentionally
Tommy's
planning
so
that or if he's
quick
in
to
that grand
find the
delusion,
darkness,
yeah, he
isn't he?
just, I never even heard that back then, man. Just caught it now. Wow. Jesus, the morning star that he is. No, that's
He can sure shit rip on people.
Antichrist is not going to look like he's ready for a
Yep.
metal concert. You will be hard
He can
pressed to
sure
mistake
shit
him
rip
for
on
Jesus.
people.
He likes to imitate. He
It's
wants to be as
amazing.
good as he can be.
I'm just so
Yeah.
sick of the negativity, man. It was nice to take a break from YouTube. It wasn't fun anymore. There's so much crap, so much drama. So you can't like this person or this person said this, and it's like Jesus Christ.
It gets
What the
old.
fuck?
It's seriously, it's like
That's bullshit.
high school gossipy, clicky girls. It blows my mind, dude.
This is almost like the videos where they take two Alexas and get them going with each other, only worse.
I don't understand why they don't want to change either. That's what really twists my head.
All right. You know what, guys? If he shows us, and
They
I still
want to
won't vouch
be,
for Paul's casting vote
yes.
video. That's still,
Well, the morning star Jesus. It's a reference to Jesus being the light. It is the Christ, the Christic is within the all. It is the all. It is the perfection and the light that is.
I leave you guessing whether mine's hit or not. But there are there are validated times for you to be
Actually, easier to accept than to describe.
Like you cannot be angry.
So does that Gouchy guy? Does he stream at all, or do he post videos? Does he have a following?
I don't think so, but he sure is popular in his head. Dude, I tried talking to him, and it's like he's just as bad as Paul is. He's just like Tommy. They get some idea in their head of the way things are, and then they just loop and loop. I don't know what to do to get him to stop, honestly.
I think he needs to get some floating Jesus in his life.
More people need to learn how to relax, honestly. That's what I had to train myself to do. It's as simple as that, literally. You want to have more faith?
I can agree with that because being able to relax and chill, look up in the sky, look at the stars.
I'll help you when I can. It's not one of those nights.
That's actually why we're here.
Fuck all the dumb shit. I mean, everyone's wasting their time on bullshit. I mean, you only got a small amount of time on this fucking big ball of dust and rock and whatever.
Steve, that's the absolute truth that I didn't realize. You know, admittedly today. Well, I'll talk to you like a dad, man, because you are a dad. One who cares too.
Yeah.
You know, I've been trying to figure out what to do with me and my own thing. I reached out today through social media to hopefully encourage my son to reach out to me. Because I was thinking about it, man, that kid deserved a better father. He was such an amazing young boy. But I wasn't that man then. But when he meets me again, dude, he's going to be so happy. He's going to be so excited. Is this true? Did Tommy drop the link for me?
You're special. You're gonna go get roasted.
Well, what do you think, Steve? What should we do?
You do what you want, man. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
I don't even remember how to do it. What do I do for that? If I do it like this. I got so much open. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But hey, okay. I think I don't.
Jen.
Okay. I think. Let's go see what this does.
This stream that I'm checking right now, where he describes what it's like being an alcohol or getting off alcohol, how there was good times, and it's only a good time to you when you sober up and realize nobody else said it was a good time. I see you, Jack. And then later on, Joe shows up and he tries to tell Joe why his channel is gone. In the process, he realized it. Even Joe's punk ass gives him a look like, you know, Joe knows YouTube. He's got bigger numbers than most of us put together. We're going to share that after I entertain myself and hopefully you with probably the same Jack bullshit we've had 2 nights of, and now he's crying to get up here. Why are you worried about getting my link?
Better stop crying, Jack.
Oh, so were you being like your daddy? You were restreaming a thing that you can't get in to take part in because you're a piece of shit narc? We're not going to do that. You just loop that all day. This isn't why. Don't laugh. Nobody's laughing, Jack. Numbers dropping. You're just looping 3 shows. I already sent that autistic nigga Hank back to watch what was the last 2 nights he wants to redo on your show today. You have him backing you over that. Stop wasting my time. What do you want the link for? Are you typing to your channel? There is none. We are at war, and now you have a 2-stage war. You've got Provo and his forces hitting you from one side. You've got me coming up from my own side. There's nothing you can do about it. This is probably why your family left. This is why the churches don't want you there. This is why your neighbors don't like you. Fish it out, bag it, flow with it.
Neighbors don't like you.
Yeah, what do you got? No, you don't. No, you don't. We can't talk about anything about why the fuck you're crying for the link, and you probably haven't even responded to what I've said about you. You're probably not following. You never watched Antichrist Panel Tard. And now it's got to be a re-upload because it's one I had to take down. No, you didn't, because you loved it.
You gotta fucking love Tommy.
The only thing we can do is have to make you watch it with me and tell me what you love about it so much. Should. Okay, let's do it. No, it's not.
Fuck you, Tom.
A thing that's plugged in right now, but I don't care to change the show for you. I'm not really impressed with you coming up here so far. I'm
impressed.
Block you from everything if you don't make something of this real fast.
I
can bring you up with this footage I've covered so far. I didn't even go in depth with and get to some of the things. I was just perusing it with the community. Everything had a much deeper thing I can pull out at my discretion and drop at their entertainment.
So everybody's restreaming each other
You're
now.
a piece of shit, Jack, and I'm tired of looping with you. Tired of hearing you love me. I don't know why you laugh and smile. You should have been watching what I was showing, desperately wanting to come up here to like apologize or be arrogant bullshit for damn near 2 years plus.
What if you go back and listen to my commentary on what your commentary was?
Because I don't give a fuck. You had the chance every time I'm up there. Your commentary, I'm sure, is bullshit. I'm sure it's a lot of the things I have in my pocket of, that's what Tom believes. That's Tom's perception. Okay, and you'd be hard-pressed. I said anybody that's over there watching you can go ahead and unsub, and if I find out who they are, I'm gonna mute them and hide them.
You said you were fair, Tom. That's not.
I am fair. That doesn't mean that you get to loop your shit. The fairness is how I'll boot you for saying the same shit you said all day today. And you don't want to answer for the shit you did today that we showed you do almost 2 years ago. That is your arrogant, obnoxious loop. You're not even aware of yourself. You're not aware of your daddy because we just showed you protected him from me 2+ years ago.
Hey, I stand up for what's true in the moment.
I'm going to let him talk and then I'll bring him back up. Finish what you're saying, Jack. I'm watching.
I'm done.
Jack, just this alone, and I'll boot you the fuck out of here forever. Explain how you mod-cutted me, not even realizing I was backing up your army damages check. Explain that one alone.
I was doing the best that I could.
No, that's always, and that's never good enough, or your family would still be around.
I know.
Were you doing the best you could not to nut in that one night stand that's the daughter that won't visit you? Were you doing the best you could under your first marriage or your second marriage? Those things are all okay for humble people that don't tell us about them and then day after day try and act like they're trying to help us when we don't need help.
Dude, I'm open and I offer people, please learn from my...
Just because you say that doesn't make it true. You're not getting mod-godded. You're not getting dunked. You're not getting... You're giving me the disrespect of the same responses you give all the time, copy and paste. You're wasting our time.
What are you doing?
I say it every time, and you don't get it because you're from the dark side.
I don't know what's going on.
I wish Jack
You don't. That's the most honest thing you said. Everybody take note of this. Jack, for the one time I could probably... No, it probably won't be the only time in history I can say this. Recorded Moose is better. Fuck off. Come back when you got some honesty, some awareness, because we're going to show how Moose today trying to talk that shit, run the same game that you're used to him playing whenever he'd give his keys to your dad.
Go over there and
We're going to show how Moose... ooh, Chev off for the vacation. Almost did it to the window. We are in... But I got you. I got your back, Jeff. You were doing good before vacation. Not now.
I'm gonna
let's do this. Jack, you can sit back.
Never had a lot of
Yeah. I'm gonna guess.
I narrated it while you were gone. You were on mute for a little bit.
Was I? Thank you. I'm not real great at this streaming stuff. Clearly. But holy cows, dude, there's no resolve with that guy.
We're gonna get when you went over there. What did you think was gonna happen?
And because of
he was gonna talk intelligently about a subject.
Jesus, how long is your shit music?
I didn't know what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
To be honest. But that's what it is. I'm just rolling with this.
Early Starlink or something that wasn't.
I've been learning to have fun with it. Yeah, I tried going over there.
So I just checked my account earlier.
And yeah, I turned myself up quite a bit over there. Let me double check.
Any other creators tell me if you hear bullshit?
Yeah, I think it's all right. I don't know. I'm just kind of having fun tonight.
Ditto, brother. Ditto.
Let's see what Moose is doing.
Oh, look at those moves.
Any interruptions.
Here's the exercise. I want everybody at the at-home office, close your eyes and picture not your grandmother, but a grandmother.
Yeah, I don't have any videos anymore, so I have to start over. That's fine. That's fine. If anybody wants to come up, say hi. I am going to open it up. It's going to be...
Yeah, this was the Mexico time.
Not like it used to be. We're not going to have 20 people.
And it was also early Starlink. I can't wait to have Starlink if I can keep my land.
We're not going to have bullshit.
They're doing weird things again with my taxes and shit. I don't want to get into it right now. But I hear Starlink is leaps and bounds 2 years later.
Doing some community service down here.
Community service? That sounds required.
Community events myself. And it's cool. It's cool. You know, I put on a couple tiki bar nights where
say that. Okay,
everybody, we had
alcohol AA guy pouring the drinks.
Downloaded,
say the thing.
Talk about anything, and then pick that phone up, go on Facebook, and start scrolling. You're gonna see advertisements for everything you just talked about.
Don't baby truther him. This was back when
If you
people
don't
were still
mind,
talking about that.
I've made amends.
Don't forget,
not until
2
it's
years-ish.
not. And then what's
I don't think I kicked you,
I do
did I?
believe that anybody who comes up
I
today
didn't
is gonna
mean
be
to.
safe from ridicule, safe from any harm that might come to them.
Oh,
Yeah, so if you want to come say hi, come say hi.
is that link there?
Jump up here.
No, we're at,
Yeah.
I know you're right, Red 40. We're at the point now where everybody knows except Moose. And you saw how he was on Talcott today, even with me. Like, now that Tommy's in the back like my daddy does, I'll set a new narrative for him. And Jack wouldn't even play me laughing at Moose chats. We'll hit it.
3-5 days clean, no weed. Dude,
Here it is.
I am on month 1 of weed, no weed. It has
Yeah, but
been
say the
one of the
alcohol
hardest
anonymous
things
thing.
I've ever done. Alcohol, I'm 9 months sober. That is not so hard. I know that if I pick up the bottle again, I am going to drink until I pass out, black out. Nothing good ever comes of it. People around me sometimes have a good time, but mostly I ruin that good time. You know, anybody who's an alcoholic out there knows that, lying. Why don't you try that experiment out for yourself? TikTok is, I did shoot it down. All right, one of my neighbors, she said that it's negative
Hold on,
5
guys.
degrees. One thing
I don't know why it
saw this
screwed me on
video,
that
pick
quick back.
phone up on Facebook and start scrolling. You're gonna see everybody here. I don't have a bunch of time. Who's an alcoholic out there?
Oh, he's
knows
like
that,
Yurt. He's like
I've
Yurt. He
made
doesn't have a lot of
amends.
time.
I've gone around. I've made my apologies, and I do believe that anybody who comes up today is going to be safe from ridicule, safe from any harm that might come to them. Yeah, so if you want to come say hi, come say hi. Jump up here.
I'm going to step away for just a couple minutes myself, but when I get back, it looks like Mr. Polyboy has already started streaming, and his link is in the description as well. So I may pull that up, see what's going on over there. I may try and do the I may try and do the
speak.
Join his panel too. We'll see where it goes. But thanks for joining in, guys. I appreciate this adventure. I don't know if this live stream, what we'll do with it, but for now, it seems like fun.
I know that if I pick up the bottle again, I am going to drink until I pass out, black out. Nothing good ever comes of it.
Moose is sharing an honest testimony. I mean, that's brave and
You miss everybody here.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. It's my VLC and not. I thought I was only doing 5-second
Fun
jump
until
backs.
it's not, and then once it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, that was early. It was early. That was when he first broke off, and I do remember that was back when I was willing to do type gesture-ish Loki type things, and I had said something. I'd said something back then that I can't remember that planted the seed in Nepali to be mad about Moose storming off oh no, that's what it was. Moose had went to Polly as his right-hand man producer and cordially was like, yeah, man, I got this family to raise and I'm trying to go back to school and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to break off, bro. It's cool. Like, I'm just going to break off. And he pulled one over on Paul. Paul, like, accepted it. And I went in from the shadows. I said, Paulie, yeah. Why would Moose just your right-hand producer? He said he loves to learn and progress, and he's going to be successful off of his Polly daddy. Now you've just allowed him to say he's going to break off for his family and to get his education. Oh, don't ever say I couldn't make Paul, marionette. Gets mad when he's confronted by it. And if Jack removed that video, it should have been in the line of things I painstakingly rabbit holed. I'm not accusing him yet, but if I determine that it's gone, I'll know that it is, and he'll have some more explaining to do, as if he ever can. Now I'm gonna try and get it up to when Joe shows up. Wait. Oh shucks, who might the first guest be? Who's gonna be the first to come up when Moose is just coming back in a sheepish way, like he ain't been fathered and his balls ain't dropped? Oh, it's Chuck in Tennessee. Watch them fight. Watch them battle to whatever it is they do when you put Moose and Chuck together. I don't remember what happens, but I know it's Chuck and I don't give a fuck. Oh, yeah. Well, no, not because of crap. It's him and you're deleted for reasons that are stupid. You would never get an honest answer out of Moose of why, especially when I went to him like, bro, we made up. Dirty Larry cried about it. That was like our dropping the shit behind us thing. Why did you delete that channel? And as you can see, more than this hand can count. Moose has done his snaky thing and had me on him. And anytime, the times in Cupcake, Choose Your Own Adventure that you'll see that me and him got along or cooked, it was never of a established thing. It's just when it happened, it happened. When it didn't, it didn't. But you definitely took multiple channels down to reset his inquisitive nature and act like he didn't know us, a la Book that Flow State took that shit out of, if he's aware that's what he's doing.
What's going on, Chuck? Brother.
Oh, shucks, Moose.
How are you doing, man?
Oh, not too bad. I just seen Paul and Jeffrey got divorced.
Oh no.
Oh, it was bad.
He's like a donkey.
He threw him out.
They threw him out. Yep.
That's all I need to know, my friend. I'll
threw him
check
out.
it out myself. I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about any of that stuff.
It was strange.
It was strange.
It went from 0 to.
One time I was smoking.
I want you to hear him tell Joe Cool his channel deletion story.
I went and did something, and I came back.
Okay. And when he's telling his deletion channel loss story that sounds like a bunch of bullshit, he also, somebody bought me subscribers again. And I said it in Chuck voice. It all chains together. Me and Paul, enemies, agree. Moose, you're putting Jack in a sketchy situation when you as producer take his money and purchase subs that YouTube frowns upon. Paul agrees with me going.
I was asking, what do we do? Are we still having fun? I mean, Tommy could go on for hours and hours and hours looking at old videos, and sometimes that is fun. Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes it gets a little old. And let's see what's going on here. I'm going to switch it up, see what old Polly Boy's doing. How about that?
Christ. Beyond the fact that we're all Christed, in the sense that if you cultivate discernment and you gather understanding through experience, you will co-create an experience that is way better in certain ways than it used to be. It's called God embracing you because you decided to help your fucking self. You know how you help yourself the most? By being a good fucking person. Scratch that. A great fucking person. Because you got a lot of folks running around here. And again, we can argue over good and great and the difference. A lot of folks say, like my father, he's a good guy. Is he really? He votes for a master. Okay. He shacks up with an inauthentic corporate female with no values and principles. He's chasing goofy
I keep
pussy on the
muting
side
myself.
and not even keeping it real with his woman.
He's saying stuff that's not really bad, that's not real wrong, but he's so angry, man. Have a blessed night. Tonight, sincerely, I'm just kind of hanging out, having fun, sharing time with the idea of having fun and sharing love. So I know some people like hanging out with me. I know some people like seeing what's going on, and I don't know. Stab a voodoo doll. There's some characters, man. There are some characters all around us. But here's what I realize. All of us sincerely, on the deepest level, on the greatest level, we are all just reflections of one another. So there's no reason in casting anger out, casting whatever out, because all we're doing is building it up inside. You don't want to carry anger. That's what I'm trying to get people to realize. It feels better to love than to be all angry and righteous and looping. Excuse me. Brothers and sisters, this life we're living, just the YouTube characters alone, you couldn't get script writers to come up with characters like this. This is just beyond nuts, beyond imagination. Some of the arguments and characters and looping delusions. Speaking of, what do you think? I haven't tried to communicate with Paul for a while. Should I head that way? Should I see what's what? Excuse me. Let me see how this works out. Again. See what happens here. Oh, this is what I'll do. I'll do this. I think. Maybe that. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to mute over here or not, but let's see where this goes.
To do and be better so we can solve our motherfucking problems individually and collectively. How about that? Nope. That would require work. That would require introspection and self-reflection. That would require activism, and that would require sacrifice and consequence. 5 things the little babies online in the world run the other direction from. Isn't that right, Mr. Jack Talcott? How are you, sir?
I am truly, truly feeling blessed.
Are you?
Well, I'm streaming. I'm streaming and restreaming, and I saw you were live. It's been a while.
It's been a while because every time you come here, you, as you say, learn how to play the game. But when I come over there, you throw me out, you talk over me, and you play power games with me. Don't you think that's kind of duplicitous?
You could take it that way, but
I know, because you're never going to be accountable. You're exactly the type of person I was just speaking about, quite frankly.
Well, I disagree because...
Well, I don't, because as soon as I try to hold you accountable, you're going to run out the door at some point and say, I'm not into doing this. I have better places to be, alone with yourself and nobody wanting to be around you. And you're going to run off and come back and do the same fucking thing you always do the next day.
No, that's why I'm here now. So
okay,
here,
then I'll have faith in my mistake.
Instead of seeing it as duplicitous, realize my perspective is 2 different purposes. On my stream, I have a purpose, my topic, my goals, my vision. Here, I'm here to support you. I'm here to be entertained and to share where I can share and just to help you shine. It's a different purpose for me.
Okay, I accept that as you saying that, and then I'm gonna accept whatever you say to me as what your perspective is and not call you a liar. Then I'm gonna give you my perspective, and you cannot call me a liar because I really believe this. And then we can decide at some point who's the most delusional. Come on down, we're gonna play who's the most delusional. It's a toss-up between us, right?
Well,
so
there's Tommy too. He's in the mix.
He's in the running, absolutely. Let's just be real about it. He says he's rich, but can't afford to pay rent. Says he's going to be homeless soon. Can't afford his dog's medication. I could go on. Another guy, broken poor. Another guy, using and abusing. Another guy, desperate for fame while he downplays it because he's a loser, failure like Slow State and the rest of them. Don't you understand that I am you guys? Don't you guys all understand I am you on some level? I've just recognized and resolved on some level, and you've yet to do that.
Well, we all are. And yes, brother, the reason I brought Tommy up, that's part of the reason I started streaming, because he's got a stream going about me. I'm blocked in his chat. I'm blocked in your chat. I can't really hang out and socialize in chat where I want to hang out.
Right, but the reality of it is that the internet, unless you're like Keith, Mr. Wizard over there, who's embarrassing and pathetic to the point his woman, excuse me, because they're not allowed to have women. They're allowed to have one woman, okay, that they devote everything to, that gives that woman a high until they don't get high anymore, and then they get abused and disrespected. And that's exactly what happens. So I'm not interested in codependent, lazy, procrastinating, childlike people who want to pretend that making a fucking living is not what they're on this land for on some level. Because if you ain't going to build it and you ain't going to grow it, then you got to pay for it. And if you don't have the same amount coming in that you have going out, you got a problem in your life, right? That's the reality of it. I don't mean to explain finance to 65 fucking year old people. But apparently this is where we're at with the fake yawn, right? So you can fake yawn your ass right the fuck out of here. I'm not interested in your egotistical bullshit. If that's what you're going to do, right? Not interested in it. It's bizarre. It's disconcerting. Even this look you're giving right now, bizarre and disconcerting. It's almost like you just passed into another world in front of me. Like, did you just, what are you shocked? You shocked that we have the same rap going on here that I've given you 1,000 fucking times at this point? That the majority of you guys are an embarrassment to me, that I don't see you as anything productive, that I don't see you as anything genuine and authentic,
You're not
that I see you as inauthentic, duplicitous, lazy, procrastinating, and on the borderline of valueless. That's not me. I've been working 12 hours straight. I've been working 12 hours straight. I've been working 12 hours straight and doing stream. Don't talk over me, asshole. Get the fuck out like you do at me. Go.
Okay, whoops, I guess that one is done. So where am I here? Let's go back to there. There I am. Holy cows, where was that clown at? We'll bring this up. This is my life. This is hilarious to me, man. Hilarious.
Where we're at with the fake yawn, right? So you can fake yawn your ass right the fuck out of here. I'm not interested in your
here. What is going on here? This is egoic delusion. I mean, he's looping and looping, and he doesn't want to hear anything different than what he thinks. Just like Tommy. Maybe just like Donald Trump. Let's see where this goes. I mean, this is my life. Brothers and sisters, thanks for hanging out with me. 8 of the year of 8, as they say. Today in numerical signs and astrology, there's allegedly some significance. But you know what? We're having fun just hanging out together. You know, it is a drug for them. You're absolutely right. And they're addicted to their bitterness. They have no clue how good it feels to be free of arguments, man. I've moved on, but let's keep the entertainment going.
Inauthentic, duplicitous, lazy, procrastinating,
Blah, blah, blah.
And on the borderline of valueless. That's not me. I've been working 12 hours straight. I've been working 12 hours straight. I've been working 12 hours.
He's bragging about being a slave. No, I won't say that because I don't know what he's been doing. He's just competing with nonsense for no reason. He just wants to win. It's jealousy. That's what I keep seeing in people. Tommy, Paul, they're jealous. They don't know why. It's because I'm happy and I'm truly free. Free of their bitterness.
Doing stream. Don't talk over me, asshole. Get the fuck out like you do at me. Go fuck yourself. Don't come back. Don't need you. Kicked from the back. Another parasite. They want to come here and act like they're here to love me and hang out with me. They're here to use me. And when they're not here to use me, I'm over at their area. They're here to abuse me. And when they can't get the fucking numbers and the money and all the rest of it, they turn on me and start making false narratives to their shitty little audience who's pathetic and embarrassing failures like them. How dare you try to tell me at this time I'm procrastinating and lazy? I know it because I know me. I know you. It's in me. And I do everything I can day to day to work out of it or to resist it or to.
He's lying to himself. He fights these battles that he imagines, and then he wears himself out, and then he talks about how hard he works. I used to play the same fucking egoic games. It's delusional. It's childish. Whoops. It's missed opportunities is what it is. And it's unfortunate, in my opinion. He's a very talented young man, and he's got a good heart. He just hasn't surrendered his criminal mind yet.
Muted and transcended. I've been working 10 to 12-hour days and doing broadcasts at the end of the day in 115-degree heat, trying to get a fucking community together over here and be self-sustainable and sufficient. So you can go fuck yourself because you're not willing to work the field, as you say. You don't want to grow anything because you're too important for that. You're more interested in becoming some enlightened guru, love guru online like Mike Myers, some douchebag claiming enlightenment through false love when you have nothing to show for a life and a lifestyle that's redeemable or
his narratives. No wonder he's so bitter. His narratives are keeping him stupid.
Resolved. So you could take your fucking goofy ass somewhere else because I'm about done with you. I'm done with you, slow state. I'm done with fucking Keith the loser. Okay, another guy who can't rub two fucking nickels together if he needed to. Wants to tell me about he's above the cost of living. You lying ass bitch ass motherfucker. Don't tell me and Jennifer that over the last few days. What
I'm with you. I'm taking my
fucking lazy motherfuckers won't even build nothing. You won't buy nothing or build nothing.
And
then
you
wonder
guys aren't good enough for me. I'm gonna leave them alone.
The community can't use you because you're interested in using everyone else instead of using your life to better yourself and by proxy the people around you. Okay? Just like I'll now retransition back to what I was talking about because it all applies. It's all the same. Crow 7 rows and the rest of you. You don't stand for rights. You don't stand for principles. You don't uphold freedoms and the law. You're not willing to sacrifice and deal with consequences. You're lazy and procrastinating. You won't put the time and energy in, and you all squander the little bit of fucking fiat you get trying to live some fucking lifestyles of a broken infamous. Okay?
See, and I can analyze him. I know that young man better than he knows himself. Why? Because I actually pay attention to him. He doesn't care. He denies himself joy and he denies himself comfort because he's been brainwashed into believing the things that he says. And you know what? This is so crazy. And brothers and sisters, just settle in, right? We're human beings having a human experience, but we're more than that, man. We're spirits from the stars. We're beings of energy and light who generate sound and everything, man. We are powerful. And what we're experiencing, brothers and sisters, I actually think it's magical. Once these people get past their bitterness, they get past their pride and arrogance, Paul, Tommy, Snafu, Flow State, many others. Man, they're going to feel so good. And the world will become so much better, so much greater. Because seriously, Paul and I have a great chemistry. That man has an incredible chemistry on his own. But if he and I could work together, he doesn't understand leadership, not like I do. And he wants to claim to be a leader, but he's not. He's not serving those he's serving himself, and that's why he's bragging about working 12 hours. He doesn't know how to delegate or cooperate, and that makes life tough. So if Paul and I could find ways for him to stop attacking me and me defending myself, I guess, if we can find our way beyond the battles, man, dude, we're gonna have so much fun together. And truly, Tommy and Paul, they are of the same flame. And I think we're all cut of kind of the same fabric. We're a little rough around the edges. You know, we've been kicked in the mud and little bark back people, make it tough for people to love us. Me, Tom, Paul. And then you got, Snafu. He's like literally, you bring chaos and layer it chaos on top of chaos. And then you got Snafu, man. And he's got people who enable him, supporting him. It's like, holy cows, dude. Dude, what makes me a leader? You are confused, Provo. Golly jeez. But here, let me answer the question and let me not be disrespectful. Thank you for the opportunity to answer. What makes me a leader? My experience, my education, my determination, my studies, my faith. And really, that's what I hope to do with this YouTube channel is I hope to inspire others to become leaders. Leaders amongst men, leaders amongst women, leaders in the family, leaders in the community. I want to encourage and inspire leaders. Why? Because it feels good to lead, especially when you do it in the right ways. Because when we lead in the right ways, this is some of the things I've picked up in my studies and experience. It's the ways of the Christ. When you lead in the right ways, you bring forth the best out of those around you. You help educate those who you can. You help bring healing and support. And any task you want done, you ensure that anyone working with you is well prepared. Right? So anyone who is a leader is making a better world around them, not for themselves, but for the world around them. Whatever role they're playing as a leader, that's what a leader is. And I have been blessed in my real life experiences in the military, through the Union. I have firsthand met some truly incredible, inspiring, and brilliant leaders, advocates for the truth, advocates for justice, military leaders commanding and leading in righteous ways, moral ways. I've been blessed. And then when I started getting into the ideas of self-development, being able to learn from some of the best coaches, people who are advising and encouraging, inspiring these top-level executives. I've been studying those who are coaching leaders, right? And so I've been really studying the results, not just the results, but the patterns and methods of success. There's proven patterns, proven methods of success. They're taught in many different ways through psychology, philosophy, spiritually. There's all sorts of ways. So, so far I lead few. But there are few, and actually there are many. There are many who have found their way to me, who follow with attention, with care, many with respect and appreciation. The numbers aren't quite there yet to get the attention of, prideful fellas who focus on the material wealth. I'm encouraging everyone, inviting anyone who tunes in at any time. Let's become leaders in the ways of the Christ, so that all who may follow us are truly following him. Him being the leader, the Prince of Peace, that which brings forth the love of God, the love of forgiveness, the love of mercy, the love that overcomes. I'm an anti-cult leader. How about that? I'm inviting and encouraging, hoping to offer inspiration for everyone to break out of the cult, break out of the culture, break out of the traditions, break out of the dogmas and the opinions, break out of the diagnosis, break out of the labels, break out of the past. And then when we break out of the past, we find freedom and expansion. And so I'm an anti cult leader because I want everyone to become a leader for themselves, but for others. Hey, here's someone else. Welcome back, brother. How you doing, Denizen?
I'm pretty good.
Have you been noticing what was going on? I've been going for a while.
I haven't seen any of the streams. This was my experience around a little after 8. I came to see what was going on the YouTubes, and I saw you were live and you were restreaming Tommy. So then I tried to find Tommy's channel to go talk to him. He wouldn't let me up and he banned me from his chat. So I came back here and saw you were restreaming Paul. And I wanted to come up and ask you, like, what's going on? Is this a restream of like, is this live that we're seeing Paul here?
Yeah, it was. It was. We were watching. Well, I was watching Tommy talking about me and restreaming me, and I was sitting here just laughing my ass off by myself. And I thought, you know, let's at least see what happens. So I started streaming the restream, restreaming the streaming. And then I also knew old Polly Boy was starting up after that. So hung out, tried to talk with Tom, and similarly, I'm blocked from the chat, both at Tommy's and Paul's. I tried visiting Paul, and I got kicked out of there as well. So now here we are. This is my
We are
life.
not allowed in the Cool Kids Club, Jack.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Do you get along with Paul? Have you tried him?
I've only had conversations with him here. Sorry, I'm eating a gummy. And and you know how that goes. Like, that's not a real opportunity because there's so much history and tension.
Well, he's hey, please. Wait, something happened to your audio, Denizen. I don't know what happened. Hey, I actually want to meet Mark Passio too. Him and Paul, they're both pretty uptight and angry. If they learned how to relax and chill out, we could work together to really make some changes. We could do some great things rather than just the daily streams and the seminars, I think. But here, Denizen, I think maybe we lost you. I'm not certain. You're welcome. Reconnect, but let's see what's going on with Polly Boy. Just for a little bit longer. We'll see what's up.
It's
see what
beyond
happens.
embarrassing. Do I have to fucking, you know, and the sad part is, for some of you who actually get to some damn fiat worth talking about, you squander it on because I did the Broken Infamous bit. I was going to play the song and do Lifestyles of the Broken Infamous, but fuck it, I'm not even in the mood. You know, I'm really not. You want to trick off thousands of dollars at a time, jet setting and doing streams from other fucking islands and all the other garbage. Watch me do 150,000 views, that then went to 70, that then went to 50, that then went to 20, that then went to 3,000, that then went to 2,000. We'll see what we do tonight. Okay?
Yeah, you're bitter and angry, dude. Your bitterness and anger turns a lot of people off. I know it attracts a lot of people, but bitter and angry is not what the world is wanting.
But where the fuck are you bitch ass motherfuckers going to be at on the ground when I go to the box, and where are you going to be out on the metaverse when I'm in this fucking box? Nowhere's the answer.
Yeah,
flashes in the pan.
because you push everyone away.
For an hour, so we can keep them off our back, right? But you
Paul
ain't really
pushes everyone away, and then
and your
wants
livelihood
to
on the line, fucking
complain.
with the white gorilla, so to speak. No, you're too important. You got too many bills, right? You got too much debt, right? all the acolytes, all the politicos, all the in the world and of it folks, right at the garden party. They're at the truth and guarding party, and they're gonna.
The demons just don't stop. The demons of anger and bitterness.
If you think that I don't live on faith, if you think I haven't faced my death, if you think that I won't, if necessary, put all this shit the fuck down and go off onto another venue. If that's what God has will for me at some point, that's exactly what
He
the fuck I'll
wouldn't
do.
know what
And I'm
God
gonna
has
rescue
will for him because he
friends and family
doesn't
and their
shut his
bullshit coworkers
mouth.
and remind them there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Ain't a fucking train coming. Remind them what community is, right? You folks want to talk about community. You're a bunch of weak-ass, bitch-ass motherfuckers. What community are you? From the beginning of time, if you did community, you're gonna have folks who defend the community and land in the property. What the fuck are you gonna do if someone rolls up on you? Nothing. Just like you don't in times of peace. You ain't gonna do shit in times of war. Because you're all fucking cowards.
He's yelling at the people tuned into him. He's such a bitter, ignorant, arrogant fool. How do you reach someone like this?
Makes you look weak. And you motherfuckers in your pride and your ego don't want to admit that you're fucking weak and cowardly. I'll do it.
Pride
I've been
and
weak and cowardly in
ego.
my life many times. It's only because I've been weak and cowardly I decided to level the fuck up and not do it no more as much as possible. It's a practice. It's not a
Holy
perfected walk.
shit. This is insanity, man. Absolute insanity. How do we help this young man realize?
Where's the Castro's bitch ass at? $2-3 million condos, $100,000 on attorneys. You motherfuckers make me sick. Bitch ass slaves. I love to bring you out in this fucking heat for a week or two. Work your ass to the bone. Let's see you cry like you did at court. Weak ass bitch ass motherfucker. We make hard times. That's why the fuck we're in the world we're in.
He wants to make his life tough, and then he wants everyone to do life tough like him, his way. He's a fucking fool. What do we do? There's so many people like this in the world today. Angry and bitter, telling everyone they know everything. What the hell? What do we do, man?
I'm
Hey.
all the internet took a dump.
Oh, all right. Well, welcome back. I was just pointing out the bitterness and arrogance, and I'm wondering, what do you do to help people like this?
You can't. I mean, I don't know anything about Paul, so I'm not agreeing with your assessment. But if someone is, stuck in a pattern of that kind of behavior, they have to lift themselves out of it. You can offer assistance, but you can't really direct or change someone like that.
No, but this is the thing, though. I feel bad for him because he knows not what he does. If he actually saw the truth of how he's behaving, he would not be proud. He would be quite different in his manners and his behavior, and he would feel better. The people around him would appreciate him more. And he'd find greater rewards in the world if he wasn't such an arrogant, prideful prick. It's that simple. So, but you're right.
Anybody what they should be and do here.
He won't do it until he's ready.
Live that, and I'll continue to walk that way, and I'll continue to share that beingness with other folks in faith that it will compel them to do the same. Because I don't really see any other purpose of this simulation at this time, if you want to call it that. I know that that's a point.
He has enough evidence and enough supporters around him for him to be honest and convince himself he's doing great. And he is doing great. I won't deny his greatness, but I won't deny the fact that his pride and arrogance has been clear and obvious self-sabotage. And I keep having the right ideas. You have these experiences and conversations, and then the right words come up, the right answers. Paul's made it so clear the problem. He's identified me as a failure as a coach. Therefore, anything he interprets as coming from a coach, because it's encouraging or, correcting, he won't accept it. Not from me. But I think if someone else told him the same things, well, then again, no. His pride keeps him from listening to most people.
That's how everyone is. Well, most people.
Until they're not.
The thing is, we really should all be coaching each other, but no one's going to take advice from somebody else because they think they're better than them. It's like, why should I take advice from insert here?
Yep. But see, that's the problem. And that's the whole idea. If we let the messenger get in the way of the message.
Right.
And I think we can help each other overcome these things, because it's literally those practices are keeping the world stupid. People are arguing over the source of information rather than really looking at what the information means. You take the news.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was pointing at even the news media, the politics. People are arguing about the opinions of this politician or this news source, but what are they saying? What is being shown? That's what we need to be focusing on. We live in a world of confusion, but what I've realized, I don't know the right words or I don't know exactly. I know what worked for myself. God is involved, right? There's something about the personal relationship between our mind and our acceptance of a power greater than ourselves. There's something powerful to that. And then the realization that any confusion within ourselves is our own fault. We must accept responsibility. And what I realized, if we're not living with joy and love, we might be insane, especially if it's day after day that we're missing out on joy and love. I think Tommy's insane. I think Paul is insane. I think the world is insane because I used to be a part of it. I was insane. And now I've got the prideful and the arrogant calling me insane because I think we can change the world. Dude, you can't make this fucking story up. It is too hilarious, Denizen.
Which story?
My life story. The story we're living. All of these characters on these channels, man. You can't make this shit up.
Channels.
Holy cows. Here, let's roll with Paul. I have so much care and admiration for him. I really do. I just wish he'd stop being so stubborn and miserable. If you're not miserable, then you're not paying attention. That's what the world wants us to think. Okay, and there's a truth to it. If you're not paying attention, then you're not finding reasons to be miserable. But the truth is, we're here to find the good, to be the good, to create the good. And anything we give our attention to, it becomes a part of us. So if we're always focusing on the negative qualities of other people, it's really
Which you're doing right now.
Well, which is yes and no. I'm highlighting, yes.
And I think it is going to affect you in the way that you're about to say. I shouldn't have interrupted you because you're about to make an excellent point. You're about to say if you're focused on the negative emotions of others, what that does to you. Go ahead, because I don't know what you're going to say, but I could come up with some answers, but I want to hear what you were going to say.
That's what it was. There's a new channel I came across.
It becomes a part of you, essentially.
It does. We become it. Just like our fears.
I see it. I live it sometimes.
Do you? Well, I noticed it in myself. I found myself dropping down and engaging with the name calling and yelling at each other. I found myself in those patterns with Paul and Wizard and Tommy and all of them. Nubs. What I'm trying to do in this is I'm kind of mirroring back what they're doing in different ways. I don't mean to come across as complaining or negative. I really don't. And that's what I had just mentioned too. I truly do have a lot of admiration and respect for Paul, for Tom. I love hanging out with them when they're not in a war with me. But I've been learning how to really focus on the love. I don't know how to communicate with these people. And that's what I think. That's why I think I'm a messenger too, man. Imagine God saying that. I don't know how to communicate with these people. They don't fucking listen to me. Right? People don't. They listen to anything but the small, silent voice within. But listening to that small, silent voice within me, it's what brought me to enjoy the life I'm living. You know, I enjoy Denizen too. He's got a great perspective and a strong method of communication. What I was talking about with the silent voice, KMCK, is the power of it's through the practice of meditation, prayer, when we still our mind from worry, you know, rush and thought, when we still our mind, there's a greater mind that brings answers. And it may sound like our own voice. It may come through very similar to what we're used to, but you'll notice a difference. It's not, in my experience, it's not the loud voice of control and bitterness. It truly is. It's a soft whisper, but it's loving and it's kind and it brings joy. And the more I listen to that voice in the silence, the more funny and enjoyable life is. Hey, here's someone else in this party. Welcome, Flow State.
What's going on, Big Boss? Late night impromptu stream or what?
Dude, I've been going for a while. It started out with IllumiTommy talking about me, and I was blocked in chat, but I was having fun. I was having fun, so I started restreaming it, and then Pauly Boy started a stream, and I tried visiting him, and I'm blocked in his chat as well. So yeah,
Me
just been
too.
hanging out. You too.
Don't you think these people need to have more fun in their life?
I do. And at the same time, a change in direction of what we take seriously.
I agree.
That's what really transformed me. I stopped taking I stopped taking a lot of different things seriously, including myself. I stopped taking myself so seriously.
You have your days.
Well, I'm breaking out of it. Serious. I'm
Sure. Yeah, I'm not negating that. I'm just gonna poke fun at you.
I'm getting better at it. But really, that's the whole point, I think. If we want to align with the mind of God, we gotta laugh at this fucking life, man. If you don't laugh at this life, you'll go nuts. And if you go nuts, you'll take it seriously, like politics and all of this
Peace and snafu and okay, fine. You can't let me have one sneak score on that one.
Dude, let's see. Tried visiting IllumiTommy, tried visiting Paul. We had visits here. I think Snafu showed up again. I had Nubs show up.
He's really stupid. Nubs is just like, and I mean that like clinically. Nubs is a very unintelligent person.
He's just, it's unfortunate. I mean, he's just,
But you don't feel sorry for him because it's that special blend of stupidity and arrogance, right? That nobody can stand ever.
It's the arrogance, and he's got a very cruel spirit to him. But that's where I met him. He's one of Paul's flying.
You know what? And I've got to take the L on that one. You called it from the beginning, and I thought you were wrong about Nubs, and you were not.
Thank you for seeing that. He's one of the reflections of Paul. One of those who's become mesmerized by Paul.
But that I don't think that, and I know you're not saying this, but that doesn't remove any responsibility from him for his own actions, which are Paul-esque. Yeah, and I know that's not what you're saying, but I thought it was worth pointing out.
Well, thank you. No, I'm not taking any responsibility off of him, and I brought it up like that because I also got to enjoy Lou Bass a little bit today too.
You know, that's a guy. Every time I end a stream and redirect them somewhere else, poof, he immediately pops up in the restream commenting immediately straight out of the gate. But he never says a damn word in my chat. I told him, I said, Lou, just come up on just to interact. I know he's been down there watching secretly, like a lot for long periods of time for a while. Must be kind of sad to be like have like self-imposed isolation or whatever the fuck that is.
He is. Oh, sorry. Tommy says Tommy says hello, and you are beautiful and full of light. I'd be surprised if he actually said that, but yes, Lindsay does such a great job interpreting. Dude, there's so many broken and hurt people, man. What do we do? They're so confused.
Enjoy the world as it is.
No, the world is
broken. Man. It is what it is.
Only until
if you can't have peace in the midst of chaos, you don't have peace.
Well, I have peace. I'm trying to share it, but the chaos, like no, you take my chaos. No, dude, I don't want it. They're like, no, you gotta be like me, angry and bitter. You gotta think you're a piece of shit, Jack. What?
Like Tommy down there thinking I'm hiding from him.
Oh, oh yeah, you were called out and invited. I was.
Well,
I don't know.
It's hard to respond to things you don't hear. Yeah, he does that most of his streams. It seems, and I don't know why he thinks anybody wants to go over there and get back. He's the worst backstager of all of them.
I agree. He wants to claim the title of having the most fair stream, and yet
that's absurd.
Right, all of the evidence contradicts it. And Tommy, you're welcome to join. I'm feeling good. I won't put you in the back if you're not a douche. And I got faith you won't be a douche.
I'm gonna hide my Barney costume so he doesn't notice me.
There you go. There you go. Do you want to check in with Pauly Boy's bitterness?
Man, we can check in with whatever. I'm chill as fuck.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling too.
Contention doesn't really much matter to me because I pretty much accepted at this point that this realm is a light-based simulation. That physicality is not what we believe it to be,
So
and that the spiritual realm is actually more real than the physical realm, if that makes sense. The spiritual realm is eternal. The physical is finite. That which is.
He says that, but he's constantly fighting for to be right in the physical.
Is he still streaming?
Oh yeah. Here, you want his link?
I'm not going over to Tommy's stream. Why do I?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no. I appreciate the offer, Jack, but yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt something I'm enjoying to go do something I know I won't.
But come on, that's what Tommy wants. Otherwise,
I know Tommy really wants to come over so that he can yo-yo you around his StreamYard, but
yeah,
I think I filled up my weekly quota a couple days ago.
It's easy to do. Hey, welcome back, Denizen. Pauly Boy, he says the right word.
Real is that which is unchanging or cannot be destroyed or created. Energy can't be destroyed or created. Physicality can be destroyed or created. So the unseen is actually more real than the seen. If
Brian
that makes sense.
shows up.
How are you, Mr. Brian O'Shea?
Hello, Paul Enslaved. Fuck you, Rose. Fuck you, Crow, and fuck you, Jason.
Yeah, it's not fuck them, it's fuck what you do, because you know what you do is fucking you. At the end of the day, they know what they're doing is fucking them and everybody else. It's not about us being separate, it's about us being exactly the same. There's nothing these folks haven't done, felt, experienced that isn't the same, and me and you and everyone else, because we're all one self here on the highest level. On the lowest level, we get choice. right? So the problem is most
Bitter.
folks choose to go the other way,
You
take the
know,
left-hand path, so to speak, because the right-hand path requires certain things of them that they're not willing to put up or shut up about. Go ahead, sir.
O'Shea's sitting in the middle of his family room.
Because I am these people, dude. And I cycle between my bullshit too. But like, today they're understacking cash. It's like, dude, I should have like 10 fucking thousands of dollars. I should have fucking tons of fucking cash. I have no fucking bills, dude. Like,
Gotta have somebody
the issue
to
is
make
establishing a
Paul
habit
look
that leads
good
to
by
success.
comparison.
That's why I say this broadcast to me is
That's
non-negotiable.
what it is.
A guy living in his car.
That's exactly
This
what
is the
it
problem of
is.
our entitlement culture at this point. No,
But
really
you'd
get to look
think,
with
I
yourself and each
mean,
other. Really look around at
I don't. It doesn't help though, right?
Really
Because the guy you use to make you look good by comparison is calling in from his car, which is his house. He's in bed right now.
Right. But this is what Paul brags about. That's living the way of freedom.
Oh
Is
God.
rejected and outcast from society, doing odd jobs for people that they don't want to do. And I mean, that's what Brian's doing. It's like, I love the guy, I love Paul, but what the hell? The signs are so obvious. You become like those you spend the most time with. All right. Paul's
That's
got
scary.
well, Paul's got what's her name with him. We'll give him that much as a good emphasis, hopefully. But I have a feeling she had to submit to his ego in order for her to be accepted, just like Brian and Timmy and all these others. He's surrounded by people that he is just like. So am I.
I mean,
I love you guys.
I was just about to ask, does that mean that you and me and Denizen are alike? Because I think that we, like, the three of us are pretty far apart.
We have many similarities, but we even have similarities to Brian and Paul too.
I think the only similarity two similarities come immediately. Well, three. We're white men and we're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Or unique.
Yes. Unique. We see the world from unique perspectives.
We're special.
We a little bit. Some are more special than others. Some need a little more special care than others. And
right. I probably need the most care here.
You might already have the most care.
Do you want some?
Dude,
Word.
Yeah.
Get some of that care.
Denizen doesn't even seem like he wants any care.
I mean, I'm usually not into that sort of thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, Jack, since Denizen's not having his portions, if you want to split it up,
I'm all open for care, man. That's what I'm looking for. Seriously, I mean, that's what we all want. We all want people who care. Why? Because we want to share joy with people who care.
I dig that shit. You don't like doing that, bro?
Sorry, I was distracted by there's a lot of things going on. Jack's talking. Paul looks like he's I don't know, with his hands moving around like that.
What the fuck do you have to offer? Not me, a community. Because you ain't gonna be part of whatever I'm doing.
You can't put Paul on 2 times speed. It makes you feel like you overdosing on upper. Anyways, yeah, in the chat.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
My computer is effed right now.
What's
it?
Yeah, it's Mercury retrograde, so
it's being
tech
fuzzy.
will be issues.
It's also the 8-8 Lionsgate portal, so they say.
I don't know what
This
Lionsgate
guy's a
is, but I'm all
full-blown
about the
astrologist now. I'm
It's
gonna have to readjust my.
I know. I carry around this one thing I know about what's going on in astrology right now. Hey, Mercury is retrograde. Did you hear that Mercury is retrograde? And we're back to square one. Like I always used to think, astrology's only utility is to pick up chicks at bars.
I never figured that part out very well, but I don't know. There's something more. I mean, there is something magical to the stars and the moon and the way everything shines. It's pretty cool. And allegedly today there's some sort of alignment with the Sirius star system, and intergalactic energies are coming through, and all sorts of stuff I've heard.
Y'all ever listen to Beastie Boys?
Intergalactic planetary.
Ah, did you do that too?
Intergalactic.
You can't
Well,
say that word without the beat starting to play.
Hey.
That was a damn good song too.
There's a lot of good songs in our life. We were blessed. There is a lot of cool things that happened in this lifetime.
Praise God.
I know.
But it was really hard back then to try to play basketball and listen to Beastie Boys on your Discman without skipping the Discman. I got really good at doing layups with like a shuffle slide without lifting my feet off the ground. It was wild.
That's why there was the boom boxes, dude.
Yeah, but sometimes you just had your Discman.
True. Actually, I didn't. Yeah, the technology and stuff, that wasn't really. I always got into that stuff late.
The first time I saw an MP3 player, I thought, this is the fucking shit. And I wasn't wrong, actually. I just take it for granted now.
It's yeah. I lost it. I started listening to Paul.
There's a lot of frustrated energy coming off of that.
And there's dumb fuck, and then there's lazy fuck. I've been a lazy
It
fuck.
is.
Bad combo, fat fuck.
He
And you pick it right up without having to hear a damn thing from the words.
Lazy fuck, you wind up being a dumb fuck by proxy.
I know.
Every time you go somewhere, you want to eat something because you're a fat fuck, but you ain't got nothing to offer, so everyone looks at you like you're a dumb fuck. Because why the fuck?
He knows who he
It's a
is.
chain of events. I'm trying to
He
help you
doesn't
out.
realize he can
So you wanna eat,
change.
and you want clothes unless you want to live.
How
like
exhausting do you think it is to carry around that much like emotional agitation all the time?
Oh, dude, it would suck. I've been there. I carried mine different. I mean, I didn't push it out. I buried my anger and my shit, and it was nasty. I was actually thinking back earlier. Some of my emotional outbursts. I mean, I was at work screaming on the phone, right? On the phone, screaming at people. My ex-girlfriend. And
fuck her.
Well, the thought, I never realized how foolish I truly looked. And I wondered, if someone would have pulled me aside and said, Jack, dude, that's not cool. What are you doing, dude? I'd have probably changed my behavior a long time ago.
You think?
I think I would.
I don't know.
I never saw.
I mean, if we've got new Jack here, and if it's hard to offer unsolicited advice to new Jack about his behavior, it sounds like old Jack wouldn't have learned a damn thing at all.
That's possible, but I don't know. I'm this way maybe because people didn't approach me. I don't know.
Well,
maybe I was like Paul and Tommy, and I pushed away people who were trying to help me.
You know what? Sometimes, like, just the existence of people like them, it sort of turns into like an existential crisis that's self-gaslit, right? You know what I'm talking about? Where you like have one of those moments of like, am I like all these people and I just don't have any idea?
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. To which one?
Accept it.
The last thing you said, you're like all these people and you have no idea. And the fact that you can see that means you have some idea. Hold on to that.
Means I'm not like them, and I win. Checkmate.
No, you're just like them.
Damn it, Jack.
I know. That's the key. See, this is the idea of the unity.
Jack at night? That's so cool.
I know.
Jack at night is way chiller than Jack during the day.
And it's also a fucking excellent fucking title for a stream.
Streaming, restreaming. And that's what we're doing, sharing time. Crap, I lost where I was. That's all right. This life we're living. Oh, we are. Hey, that idea of we are just like everyone we meet. They are us. And that goes into the law of one, the idea of unity and oneness. If the law is love, we're here to serve one another. So when we see the damaged and confused versions of ourselves, it's really easy for us to project, I'm nothing like that. And then we start fighting against these images that we don't want to accept, which is another person, just like us. But if we actually try and help each other, that's when we help ourselves. That's when we build up our own self-worth and our memories of good service. That's the treasures we want to take through life. Is all the good things we're doing. Life isn't as complicated as people want to believe, but
that's for sure.
Complicated people make life complicated.
It's not complicated. It's just hard.
Right? Hey, welcome, Joe Cool. Good to see you, brother.
What's good, man? I had to get some late night Jack, man.
Late night Jack is way chill compared to daytime Jack. I like this.
It is. Well, there's no agenda. It really is. The purpose is just kind of to chill out, have fun. And I guess that's how I met all you guys, was when we were chilling out and having fun.
You was actually on pause on that first.
Agendas are gay.
I think everybody who was on there are gone now. They're not on pause no more.
Well, I've said this. We've been streaming a while, but it started out because
you, Wizard, I know you guys were on that back then.
Well, tonight it was IllumiTommy restreaming stuff from years ago and talking about me, and I'm blocked from the chat. I was having fun watching.
And on the next slide, we'll see why Jack sucks some more.
Right? Dude, he was bringing up, let's see, RCA showed up, and then there was like old memories of all sorts of crazy stuff in the past.
Yeah, I'm blocked over there too. Don't feel bad.
I was so dumb. I paid for a membership after forgetting that I was blocked. So I thought I could buy my way in.
There's a grace period in Google.
What's that?
Google has a grace period. Google Play has a grace period on a lot of things. Like 5 days. I don't remember, 5 days or something after the next billing cycle starts. You might still be able to cancel it. I bought a membership to Tommy's, and then he promptly blocked me the next day and removed my flow state emoji, which I was not pleased with.
He's so bitter about the Tommy emoji. He's so bitter and uptight about that. Like, holy cows. These guys are like children. Seriously, grown children fighting over points they imagine, and they're keeping score.
Agreed.
This is the world we live in. It's crazy, dude.
Grown men. All right.
Hey, Joe, we were just talking about it. Grown men talking from his living room. Both of them. One of them in the mobile living room.
Was that Brian? Okay.
Brian O'Shea, yeah. Checking in from the car again.
Listen to music, go over the news, whatever the fuck sparks your interest and inspiration, and channel that shit. And you're going to go to the next level, and you're going to get millions of fucking viewers, and people are going to buy your special, and you're going to be Brian O'Shea, whatever comedian. But guess what? Behind that is a motherfucker putting 2 to 3 to 5 to 8 hours a fucking day, 7 days a week, 500 days straight, because they really fucking love it, and because they know if they're not good at it, they're going to get good at it, and they're going to get to a point where someone's going to have to acknowledge them. But again, how many folks live life never really finding out what the fuck they're capable of because Their comfort zone is what essentially stopped them from truly living and going to the next level. Well, I just want to be comfortable. I want to have an extra 2-3 hours of my day to myself. I want to jerk off and talk to goofy bitches online and whatever the fuck else. Go to Walmart and look at the selection of turtlenecks, the seasonal wear. You know, like no, you put 2 or 3 hours a day into what the fuck you love to do, and you get really good at it. And then at some point, you get recognized for it by yourself and by other people. And then you get to say, well, I did that. I'm pretty sure that's part of what life's all about: creating experiences, creating a path for yourself, being recognized as a leader in yourself and in your field. And guess what? To be a leader in yourself and in your field, yeah, it takes logic, morals, ethics, and work. That's why they say God helps those who help themselves. Turns out you don't get what the fuck you want or what you need in life by sitting the fuck around and praying and waiting for it to fall in your lap. That's all bullshit. At least from my point of view. If somebody else has any other ideas, they can show me and tell me. I'm open to it.
He's not open to it.
There's a little bit of
He
that.
doesn't want to listen to anyone but himself.
For you at some point, because you're doing what's meant for you, and because you're not going to stop. You're not going to.
Hey, that idea of we've got to work for everything, it's a partial truth.
It's an absolute truth.
It's a partial truth. God rewards efforts. There's no doubt about that. But the idea that everything is hard and we got to fight for everything, that's man-made devilish nonsense.
I don't know about that part.
You do got to be a bit forward thinking and build things. Have a solid foundation in order to manifest things easier. Once you build that foundation, it comes easy.
I like it.
The foundation is difficult to build. Once you have that dealt with, then
Truth,
all the doors
trust,
open up.
love, foundation.
Blueprint, structure, come to mind.
Well,
like in Minecraft, I've been going in Minecraft more than half my life, nonstop, every single day for more than half my life, which has been a lot now, like decades. Not decades, but over a decade now. I've been on it.
Isn't it time for something new, maybe?
I can have other things. No, that's my foundation. It's my base.
Okay, but Cage, you can choose whatever you want.
And this is
here,
what I choose on purpose.
can I come back to with the topic of working hard?
I wonder if he wasn't going there, Jack. I was wondering if he wasn't trying to say that I've put in all of these hours, it's hard work, and now I'm good at it. He didn't say that, but I was trying to see if that's where he was going with
Yeah,
it.
it becomes a lot easier once it becomes like natural after.
It's a video game.
The philosophy still applies, man.
Why
It's a
is
video
Cage
game that
ruining our good vibe?
It's a video game that distracts from growing in life. So juveniles might choose video games as their foundation
Simpletons.
for their life. Well, what is the right word?
Well, you know that how much money is made from video games, not just the players and the money that they get, the sponsorships.
Massive.
They all get they get to travel great lives, Porsches and all of that shit. But the people who make them, they're endless now, and all of these are jobs and
Real
shit.
shit,
We
Joe.
should
What about-
dismiss video games so fast.
And you add
Well, let me-
the online currency
God,
within the video
jeez.
game, the gambling aspect, all that.
Cage, why are you so simple and unenlightened?
I wanted to get back to the idea of hard work because sincerely, if we align with the divine, why should it be hard? And that's what Jesus was teaching. He didn't work hard. I mean, he served and he was dedicated and he put forth a lot of effort.
He was dedicated. I'll give him that.
That's the point. Devotion, right?
Yes.
I don't know what the point is.
Well,
okay, maybe hard is the word you got a problem with, Jack. You don't like
Point is
the
eating this
hard
hummus.
part, but you do agree that you put in hours at what it is. Hopefully, it's something you love, so it's not necessarily grueling and all of that bullshit. But the first part.
Success is a practice. The practice becomes the way. The way of living is success. You become that which you practice and which you focus on. And now the whole idea of hard work, there is universal laws of exchange. It requires sacrifice. It does require some growth and some effort to overcome what we used to be. But the idea of change is actually, it's far more simple when we train our minds. When we understand the patterns of the mind, it's so much easier to change our ways of being. And that's what I've been studying. I've been studying my mind, my emotions, and learning about what others have learned about the mind and emotions.
Denizen's also been studying people.
I forgot about that.
I don't know that story, but there's a lot of us who have been. Flo, you've been studying the mind too. I know you've got a depth of knowledge. You've looked into a lot of stuff.
Nah, that would be disingenuous.
Why? What? What is disingenuous?
Well, apparently, studying motherfuckers on YouTube, I think, is what they're talking about. I see you, Cage.
Oh, look, Cage is showing us his weed again.
It's making me fucking drool.
Yeah, I ain't got a
It
problem
doesn't
with it,
end.
right?
I mean, that's devotion. You know, comes
There
from
you go.
the same shit.
Putting that hours of work. That's devotion.
I don't understand people's infatuation with weed. What am I missing out on? I'm missing out on something.
Mostly, a big part of it, Flo, was probably because it was denied and all that bullshit for so long. Gets to what you can't have aspect.
It
of
helped.
What's your sense
It
of
helped.
crystal meth? I don't know. Same fucking idea. This is an actual plant that has a medicinal value that's beneficial for people. It doesn't destroy people's lives.
You know what else is
Now, what about that?
all
Does
natural?
it destroy people's lives? It actually helps. And
Heroin.
people have grown correctly. I don't know. What about that? You know, maybe a
I
little.
didn't hear most of what you said, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no one does it because it's it helps them health wise and shit. Niggas just want to get high.
Like something that's gonna destroy people. You know.
Bullshit. I search for strains in order to get particular effects.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? That's what it's for. He was saying it has health benefits.
I want to
and shit.
increase
A
my
lot of people-
creativity or my energy, or if I want to sleep better.
You just
if I
want to
wanna
get high.
regulate my appetite.
Do you not smoke?
Yeah, and it doesn't destroy you and make you like a fucking drug addict retard, right? So
Right.
there's that.
I never liked weed, really.
We can tell, motherfucker.
I'm curious.
Right? You like, what's the fascination with weed?
In my
Hey, Jack, what's up?
experience, it's been good as a meditative aid in order to help calm the mind.
That's
But
what
what
Denizen
Denizen
just
said, what Denizen said though too, there's other attributes that people, notice different things with the different strains.
You know what I noticed is
Focus.
like to kind of also touch on the subject, which I think has a lot to do with structure. Like I used to structure my mornings. I'd wake up and whatever, and then I'd actually roll like a half-gram joint, and I'd smoke it while doing like a 15-minute body stretch, because I knew that blood would be pumping deeper into the muscles to get more from it. Yeah.
It does
Then
have some
that's what-
cardiovascular effects, but mostly there's something called the endocannabinoid system.
Oh God, no, Cage.
If you want to get into the
No, Cage.
At least
And look, Jack and Flo are feeling the same vibe right
How
now.
dare you say endocannabinoid?
Look, nobody is infatuated with weed because of its endocrinetic,
I am.
whatever the fuck that thing
I
is.
was hoping he would keep going.
Yeah, apparently you aren't.
Okay, well,
because you wanna
Denizen
get
is
freaked out
masturbating,
or
so I stand
something.
corrected.
You're
But the rest of us,
It's fine.
you really want to get all of them
It makes
chemicals
you
in
Now
your
I'm touching
muscles.
my nipples just because you said that, Flo. And
You
I'm
need to
looking
upgrade
deep
the
into the eyes
strains.
of your Barney avatar while I touch my nipples.
Oh, you
Just
like that I
because
stood corrected?
Well, I don't like that, but either way, I like people seeing a different.
Cage, stop
views of
cock
their own,
blocking me right now.
You know,
I'm just wondering why Cage's energy is never like fluid. It's always like choppy.
because everyone's always trying to test it and shit. You're gonna lose every time.
Hey, Jack, what's up? Can I tell
Cage
you
is
that-
making Talcott angry, and we're having such a chill night, Cage.
Sorry, Talcott.
Can I tell
You
you
forget.
one of the coolest facts I know about THC is, is that it raises your body's melatonin levels 4,000%. The the natural whatever you call it, I forget what it's called.
So we can be melatoninated people.
No, well, I was mentioning before, the endocannabinoid system. So the
God damn it,
cannabis does
Cade.
it has a direct effect on your immunity.
Okay.
There's a link between
You can just
immunity and
jump
your
straight to the
endocannabinoid
end.
system.
So a positive or negative effect, Cage, weed on your immune system.
To negatively affecting his
If your
immunity on this panel.
endocannabinoid system is natural without weed, if that's out of balance, then you get sick. Get all types of, your immunity is low. And certain
That's
things.
how yeast infections
Are
start.
you saying weed boosts your immune system?
It could, if used in the correct way.
Okay.
Or
Hell yeah.
it could do the opposite effect too, just like any other.
Did you know that there's an actual bona fide research study out there?
Water can hydrate, but if you drink too much water within an hour, you can go.
I'm tired of Cage now.
Jack.
It could be detrimental.
Just like that, everybody got tired of Cage.
Oh, there's back.
Not everybody, just you and Jack. And I'm loving the fact that you and Jack
geeking the
are
fuck
right
out of
now. That makes me happy. I like to see it.
Cage will just go if you let
Jack
him.
is done with Cage's shit, and so is Flo.
I ain't done with yours. I'm gonna turn yours into fertilizer and grow more plants off of it. Yours.
You make any money at that operation, or is it upside down because it's too saturated a market?
Fertilizer.
Oh shit! What is the weed market?
Yeah, I was asking, is he making any money with that, or is this market too saturated?
See, with that right there, that would be personal use for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there at 24 hours a day.
Motherfuckers will smoke
just
that much and look you dead in the eyes and unironically tell you weed's not a drug.
Of course, it's a drug. 24/7, I would smoke if I had that, and I would also be putting it in my food and making extracts. And you always got to have some going so that you don't run out.
What about RSO?
This panel is more of a powerful drug than weed.
There's way too much autism on the panel now.
Wait. I think that was Brown's voice said. This panel is way more of a drug than
that was
weed.
Cage.
Yeah, I said this panel is way more than a drug.
I actually don't necessarily
my
disagree with
gateway
him.
drug was
I
Pepsi.
know, right? He might not be
It hits the
wrong with that.
dopamine receptors a lot better than
That
fucking weed.
that's just a that's just an observation or description. That's not really true.
So
not
what
true.
about wait what about say fame? That's worse than a drug, yeah, Brown's boy.
Well, it works in the same parts of the mind.
Power is the worst drug because it corrupts eventually.
But you can't see this doing it. But you could see how fame could be.
Like how a mini mind can think this is fame. Yeah.
I think this is just like a lesser ideal. It's like being noticed and heard and validated in a way. It's a social validation feedback loop.
It is without leaving the crib, right?
Yeah.
Jack, whatever's making this panel less fun, can we fix it?
All right, so kick Cage out. I can leave if you want.
Yeah, that would work.
The weakest link.
I'm pretty sure it's me. He was way more entertaining than I am.
No. Well, you're less obnoxious than you. I used to feel bad for kicking Cage when he was just annoying the bejesus out of us. Like, look, this retarded kid just wants to hang out. Why am I bullying him for that? But the longer I know him, the more I realize he just doesn't give a fuck about learning how to be conducive to conversations.
I'm with Dennison. I look forward to that motherfucker. I think that he know what the fuck he be talking about most of the time. I think he talks about interesting shit, and I thought the conversation was interesting right then.
All right.
Wish Jack would have kicked in. He was just saying that I don't know, whatever. I repeated it. It was on topic with what we'd been talking about. I can't remember now.
Me neither.
He was talking.
We can talk about your car drive from Kansas City to St. Louis or wherever you went next.
Oh man! Oh my God! I'm scared.
Are you done feeling guilty about that, or do we need to drag it back
It
up?
still keep popping up. It still keeps popping up. I feel. I don't know. I feel like it had
Is
happened
that
again.
person Don Juan DeMarco?
No,
or Don?
No.
Okay.
It's auditor that I was with. But
Jack's got the hovering hand.
yeah, I was going to say Jack was just saying something.
The itchy hand. I mistook the itchy hand for the hovering
If
hand.
he can remember what he was saying, he had just said, I don't know. I don't stand a chance. I was outside smoking.
Well, the views on the behavior are quite interesting. How different people are experiencing the same thing so differently.
I like it. What's it mean, Jack? What's that mean? What's it mean how people can observe this, experience the same thing differently? What's that mean? It's interesting.
They're having different experiences based on where the mind is focused at, what they're paying attention to. And I'm sure to those who are interested in the cannabinoid system within and all the chemicals and stuff, Cage probably has a lot of knowledge. I've heard other people who make more sense than him, who actually offer more details, but
There's also got to be tons of dry scientific research papers out there you can find on just about anything.
Yeah,
right?
that was his weak part of the conversation too. I would agree with you cats. That was at least interesting part of the shit he was saying. I dug the first part about the video games. You put in work. We're calling it work for now, as with anything. And it's just a law of nature. The more time you put in, the better you get at it. And that's how you're successful. And I like his little analogy of he put all these video games hours in. And I'm not going to get the second thing that he said.
it was as a foundation.
Yeah, I remember the foundation shit. Yes. I got another buddy, swears by foundation. He says, when you meet a motherfucker, you want that relationship to be solid. You must be based on trust, honor, loyalty, respect, and these things. It must start there, because if you're going to build great things, the foundation must be solid. I like that shit.
That's good.
Okay, but what about the other view of the people who say trust has to be earned? You can't start with that foundation if you have an expectation of earning trust.
I thought it was respect must be earned, not trust.
Well, both of them. I think you start with a generic degree of you assume the positive attribute in the person until proven otherwise, but you don't expose yourself to risk from naive trust.
Couldn't have said it better, right? Yes.
I can respect that.
And some similar probably goes with respect too. You give your generic version, and a motherfucker has to earn the rest. I go for that.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that. Something I've been practicing. It feels gooder. It feels gooder. Feels better to share respect, to rise above that, rather than to feel disrespected or to feel the guilt of being disrespectful. I've been trying to avoid those guilty feelings.
Which ones? Being disrespectful? Or
yes.
Okay.
And trying to avoid the feeling of finding disrespect, finding reasons to be pissed off. There's plenty of reasons.
That was dope.
You know, there are times, and I'm probably going to regret saying this out loud, but there's many times when I've thought it would be a good exercise or experiment to try to go through like a week on the panel verse, just yes manning, right? Like just submissive, like OTW submissive. And then I think about that idea and I'm like, but no, I don't want to do that.
A stream, right? I probably wouldn't last a stream, bro.
But I'll tell you what though, man, like I hear what you guys are saying, but when you listen, oh man, it feels like the answers come quicker than when I speak.
It's funny because I know you're not being ironic or anything, but like if you were trying to do a caricature of Jack Jr., that would have been a pretty good one.
It's true, man. The answers come when we listen.
Yeah, so when you get shut up and get out of your own way and you listen, yeah. If you're so busy thinking this is what you're gonna do, blah blah blah. Yeah, leave room, leave an opening for God to work.
Katie just snarked over at that corner of the room that I wouldn't even last a day.
Right. With her, yo.
I heard like knowledge or to learn requires participation. And like it's just so easy to forget that like being quiet and is like key.
Knowledge requires to learn, requires participation. And if you could rephrase that, if the guy's not willing,
Yeah. And silence,
can't learn.
the art of listening is an action, is a participation.
I dig it. I dig it.
It is.
Yes, and people are bad at it. I don't want to go there but you flow you. But dude.
Hey, I stepped in some shit tonight. You can step in it too.
Yeah.
See, this is exactly what I knew I regret. Now I've caught myself up in a trap, right? Like I either have to do it or I just lost the claim that she made.
What happened? What happened with you?
When I said my idea, like sometimes I try to go a week, and be submissive.
No, don't.
And Katie's over there in the bed. She goes, "You wouldn't last a day."
Yeah, I'd put money on that. No chance, bro. No chance.
You don't think I could last a day?
Well, you got a stubbornness.
I just stay off of YouTube.
But you couldn't last 2 days, motherfucker. Yeah, just to prove a point, you'll do anything.
Which sort of undermines the point itself that I'm trying to prove.
Yes.
Well, isn't it just structure?
I don't know. Maybe, but you'd have to unpack that.
Like it's structure of anything.
Okay. Well, keep going.
Yeah, structure. I mean,
I don't understand what you're saying.
Write a blueprint. Write a needs versus wants list, and then make a decision, and then follow that.
Have you strayed from? Because I'm trying to hold on. I'm sorry, but have you strayed from thought flows? Going on panels, being a submissive dude, and you're onto something else? Because I'm steady trying to hold a connection, and I might not have to be doing that.
No, so it's not submissive if you're listening.
Not necessarily, I agree.
But it's hard to say. You know what? It has to do with the value that people break silence with. If people respect silence enough to break it for the valuable reasons, let's pay attention. And if they choose to break silence for for ratchet kid stuff.
Browse, what do you say of the guy
I like ratchet kid stuff.
Who doesn't allow silence? I mean, right? Like you've got a thought that the wise man chooses wisely when to disrupt silence. What does that say about the guy who runs his mouth all the fucking time and about the wrong shit? What does that mean about him?
It means they're worried about the wrong things.
Nah, I'm not worried about anything.
We know, Denizen, you're brave.
You don't run your mouth all the
time. It's really in the
qualify.
language, right? Like if you have the worry, it's a
so here he is.
Word
this is who we're talking about.
So if you just having that in
let's embrace it. He's just trying to be himself. So here's the thing. Let's embrace this though. What is Cage worried about, and why is it wrong?
What are you worried about, Cage?
I'm worried. I'm worried about other people. I'm worried about others.
You're worried that you're going to go to hell?
I'm sure.
Let him finish. Right. Wait, other people and what?
I'm worried about how this world, this realm affects others, and that I want the best for them because I've seen it. I've seen it. Hold on, let me finish because I've seen it growing up with my own life. Like a lot of the people I grew up with, they're all like either dead or in jail. Terrible consequences because people deal with these things in a different manner. And all it takes is, you get outside of the box, you see a different way, and you're no longer trapped in that fucking box or the cage, whatever you want to call it. you're able to move
talking about
forward
jail?
and deal with your own. No, I'm
You're-
saying about this. It pretty much it goes down to the ego, and it goes down to you have to create a program. It's a subconscious program, the programming.
Your
Pretty much,
mom's
if you
a
want to call it
subconscious
that.
program.
Yo, as Varun.
All right, listen.
Bronze Boy. How is Cage
you might
wrong?
as well. I'm gonna say 2 seconds. So you might as well
Good.
make your own program, or it's gonna be made for you by something or somebody else. I think that's
Agreed.
the most powerful thing you can deal with. You create your own thing. It doesn't matter what other people say, especially not on the internet, because trust me, if I'm in the same room, people would not be talking like this, be acting very, very differently. So
I bet I would say
A lot of
the
them.
exact same shit to you.
Yeah.
There's actually 0% of me that thinks that I would not say the same shit to you I say on panel.
I would have told you to shut the fuck up a long time ago.
You about to bring the peacefulness out of Jack and get rid of it. Don't make Jack turn back to his warring ways.
Off to the UN.
Warring.
It's amazing to me. You do not stop
Look at the
talking.
UN and Canada.
This is why I don't feel sorry for him the longer I know him. He just doesn't give a fuck.
He's clueless.
Yeah, Cage.
You're
Let me
finally
help you out.
realizing I
Cage,
don't
Cage,
give a fuck.
Cage,
Yeah,
Cage.
get used to it.
Let me give you one, which you probably already know. This you're a bright cat. But shit go better when you see the host talking is his shit. We kind of agree just by being in his room. When his mouth starts moving, I try to make it a habit of being quiet. It's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a while now because I've
When
work to do.
when Jack's mouth moves, you can interrupt the rest of us.
Because he
All
has
get
work to
wrestled.
do.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
It's
Thank you,
midnight. Time to trim those weed plants.
And to bring it back to what a point that Jack was saying, and I didn't get a chance to say it, but he was speaking on respect. But I think, honestly, bro, I really do think respect is the bar. That if that bar can be raised, that's how you can learn the most.
You know, I did like 3 different live streams about this and how respect can accomplish anything that empathy can, but is not, the waters are not muddied by your own sentiments and emotions. It's just, if you just respect other people, empathy is taken care of.
I have beyond respect for everybody, but respect is a two-way road. You cannot expect to receive respect without giving it yourself.
Are
First.
there not
You have
so
to-
many contemptible motherfuckers out there, though?
Yeah, well,
But Cage, or I'm sorry,
it has
Denizen,
to be a mutual thing, right? You
can't we
can't
learn
just-
to love the contemptible motherfuckers or whatever you said?
I believe so, or learn to respect them, but then you're going to have to show me how.
I think respect might be a little bit of a
It
stretch for
comes
some of these
with
people, but we can learn to love. We can learn to love Tommy for the loyal cow and best friend that he is.
I don't mind Tommy at all.
We can appreciate his excellent XRP investment advice. We can look at the lavish lifestyle he's living and know that this is a man who gives us good financial advice.
I think he's a hypocrite and a coward, but I don't really dislike him.
What kind of car does
Well,
he
like I was
drive?
saying before, instead of focusing on one individual and what car they drive,
right.
I'd rather look at it like this. As like I was saying before, as you guys are saying, I look at it like this. You cannot expect respect from somebody, or you cannot expect respect from somebody that you do not respect yourself. So there's the
Damn,
block
did he just drop a verse?
because you're,
No,
you're
I don't think it
expecting
made
you're
sense,
expecting
to be
respect
honest.
from
matter if they
people when you don't respect them.
Somebody lay a beat
Also
down for
incorrect.
Cage.
I demand respect from all my underlings.
It doesn't matter if they respect you.
Yeah, I don't think that made sense. Yeah.
Well, it's not really about that. It's like
You're going to respect my authority,
I want
Cash.
to make sure
You're like
people around me are taken
give it
care of.
a rest.
I'm gonna make sure people around me are taken care of no matter what.
You said that
You're not taking care of us very well.
We are around you right now,
could.
Cage.
I
Please
could.
take
You
care
don't
of
need
us.
me. If you need me, all you gotta do is ask.
We
I'm
need
gonna
you to
need,
shut up
one
when
thing
other people are talking.
I need $50 here. Let me put my
All right, I'm gonna
cash
shut the fuck up for you.
in the chat.
Hit my cash app.
You already said that once before.
Yeah, money's a bullshit. Money's not gonna really help you. And by the way,
I like that.
thing you're trying to play is muted.
He says, "I'm gonna shut the fuck up," then immediately speaks for up for 30
No,
seconds.
it is on. No.
Now
no,
I'm gonna shut the
it's
fuck
off.
up.
It's not on. I'll give it a second, Sean. Like, I'm not even gonna look to
Is
see
this
if you say no.
live?
I'm not gonna come up. I would never
Yeah,
believe your Sean.
it's pretty close. We're like a minute or a half minute behind.
It's not on.
What's he got on there? Is he dressed like a mechanic?
It looks
I
like he's
think
getting
so.
ready for a
Sign talking
NASA
about the
launch.
IT bike. I'm just searching South Park. It's on, and it gives me IT bike.
He had a biker
And it's on.
jacket on earlier.
At least we know that he's got that good, luxurious plastic Home Depot furniture in the background. You can really see the prosperity dripping off of his XRP investments.
You can't, yeah.
I feel like he's watching us watch him.
Austin says Cage's most used quote. All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Continue.
He will. And then he'll be like,
You
"You
can't
guys
shut
don't
me
know
up. You can't
He
even
said,
put
"I
a bullet in my
encourage you
head,
to
Austin.
bully him, Jack."
Who said that?
Hey,
Tommy
Tom.
did.
Oh, really?
He picked up on this
Why
quick.
does Tommy look kind of like a wizard a little bit?
He kind of looks like that guy, like Christian Bale in the Mechanic, all skinny and.
Hey, hold on.
Machinist.
Welcome, Miss Cat. How are you today?
Hey, knucklehead.
Edward Norton.
I'm sorry, you have to.
Your volume's low.
Very
down.
low audio.
Oh, sorry. Can you turn me up?
Negative.
It's really jacked, Cat.
I've got it all the way up.
Yeah, it's not
See,
that.
even with an old, disheveled woman comes
I
on
think-
the panel, you
I
guys
think
act
you're-
way different.
I think your beauty is
Great job, man.
hurting
Great
the
job.
sound.
You got headphones. You on
It's
your
Mercury retrograde.
Oh no, look like you outdoors.
I came up because I heard you saying about empathy.
It still sucks.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay, go to your settings and turn your mic up.
No, Jack already
Wow.
got it turned all the way up.
She knows what she knows what she's doing. She's having technical difficulties.
Well, I'm on the phone and I'm not used to this. So I have to do this.
Do you got headphones?
Are you safe? Do you know where you are?
Try
Is this a
speaking into the
problem that
microphone
you
of
need
the
help
phone
with?
instead of
Is
using
this
the headset
even
microphone.
real? Is this even real?
Does Jack Talcott care? Is this in the thumbnail?
Hey, Cat.
Yeah.
Close out your picture. Put your icon up, and bring your mouth to the speaker, and let's see if we can hear you if you're talking
Hell yeah.
directly to the speaker.
Even maybe Miss Cat or whatever your name might be. If you could refresh your browser, it might help. I don't know. It could possibly help. Sometimes I have issues like that too.
Oh. Now I can't hear anything.
Yes,
No,
we can
the
hear
mic's
you.
Oh,
not.
there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it was? I had earphones on, and you know what? I have a microphone too, and I forgot.
Cage has been saying the same thing for 2 years. It's like he's refreshing his own page every day.
Yeah,
So
isn't that point of life not to get stuck in a stagnant pool of water and continuously refresh to higher, knowledge and that instead of being stagnant in one way of thinking. Yeah, I'm refreshing right now every 60 times per second.
Hey, why don't you let her talk?
Thank you. Hi, nice to meet you. I came up because you were saying something about empathy coming along with just treating people with respect.
I think
I believe that it's the key to changing the trajectory of humankind.
What
is living with compassion. I mean, to make it your usual thing to always just have compassion and be, when you try and you say, how can you do that? I'm in a very big test right now because I'm trying to love Israelis who I've hated for years. And
oh, no.
it's a very big task, but I'm doing it. And the best thing to do is, and this is the way I got over my being touched when I was younger, was try to see it from other people's point of view, right? And know that you can never be in a position to judge somebody completely. You just can't see everything that led to whatever happened.
Is that Denizen breathing like a motherfucker?
Yeah. Someone's breathing like fucking Darth Vader. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Miss. You're saying
Hey,
pretty
Miss.
much. It's like looking on the level, looking eye to eye. Once you look eye to eye, you see the reflection in the other's eye, and you see it's all a mirror of a program within the of that individual.
You're
Is that
so
too
Is
deep?
it the sound of his voice?
Is
Is he
that
being
too deep
serious
for you?
or is he making fun of me?
I know he's
I
being
didn't
serious,
pay
but
attention to
he's,
a single fucking thing he said, Cat.
he's
So
being serious, but
I
it's
heard him.
whatever.
Some
I don't.
people hear
I
it.
disagree.
Some people don't. That's the point.
So I
your
disagree.
volume's
I
way
don't
too
think that
low.
you need. Whose volume?
Cage.
No.
Stop
Not
it.
really.
Okay.
Yo,
Cage.
I don't
Cat.
know.
So, Cat, I break it down like
It's
this.
the guy you can't hear, and neither can I.
1, 2, 3. Number 1, you're loved. Number 2, you have the answers. And number 3, nobody's above or below you.
The tria prima.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think empathy and compassion are unnecessary if you exercise respect.
But compassion is not
I say that's an aspect of
unnecessary or
respect.
necessary. Sorry?
I say empathy
Respect.
and compassion is an aspect of respect.
I'm really trying to hear her, not Cage, but Cage will not stop talking ever at all.
No, he doesn't shut up. He's got an answer for everything. Everything someone says, he's got an answer.
Cage, you know that the panel talks to other people. Not everyone on the panel is not here to talk to Cage.
You froze. What are you
It's not
eating,
an-
bro?
Cage, this
What are you
isn't
eating
an
right now?
interview, buddy.
Hey,
What are you
Yeah.
eating, bro?
She was already
in the mirror.
talking to Cage. If Cat, if you can remember.
Respect
you
doesn't
mean-
do anything for you, though.
Oh, nobody heard what I said.
No, I heard
I heard
exactly what
We
she
heard it.
said. She said that was the key.
Shut
to
up,
society.
Cage, man.
I listen to what people say.
Go away.
Would you please shut
No, I'm not
up?
going away, unfortunately. You're always going to find me.
You ruin everything
Hey.
you touch.
You don't. You talk more than you listen. Every time I'm around you, you're constantly talking, dude. And Cap,
You're
saying
testing
Miss Cap-
Jack's faith.
Miss Cap was saying, sorry for the
I
interruption.
didn't ask you. I'm actually trying
Did you
to
hear what she
address.
said?
We're moving forward.
Holy cows. It's like little children. Just what the hell? Hey, Kat, thank you. You didn't go into details. I heard you say that you're being tested. Oh, you did. You shared some of the details of the test. And there's a lot of tests all of us are going through. Being able to love those who we may not agree with, we may not understand. You bring an interesting perspective, Flow State, that respect above all else, beyond empathy or compassion. But
That was me.
No, that was me.
I wonder if you can have respect without. I mean, they're all intertwined. There's layers to compassion and empathy, which would result in a respect. It's all coming down to shared understandings, down to connections and relationships. And
Which has to do with trust. I find that the relationships I have problems with are the ones when I outsource trust.
Good for you.
Just like
So what are
we
you doing to
outsource,
fix it?
just like we outsource trust to the government.
Then why do you do it?
Why do you do it?
I'm not the one who brought this up. Why are you assuming I outsource trust?
Because we all do it, and it's not about
No,
you.
Browns boy. No. See, once again, you are following the
brought up,
patterns
I'll
of
shut up.
Cage. Right. You're following the same patterns that I've been
We do
trying
it because we
to
have
Cage.
to.
We don't have to do anything of the sort.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't know why you have to disagree with me all the time. I'm basically your friend.
Oh my God. You're unhelpful. As a friend, I'll tell you that so far you've been very unhelpful for my joy, for my happiness.
Name your 3 top friends.
See, wouldn't a little
Why?
bit of if both parties had
We don't
respect
want to
right now?
answer now. We want to ask a question back. What are you afraid of? You don't have 3 friends or what?
Why should I answer
Fuck
to
you.
you? Right. You're a disrespectful fucking clown.
The
What is
problem
the
with
point of it?
compassion is that it includes passion. Respect is a nice sterile way to get the desired result without all the
care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, on the other, or in the other world, not on the other side, but in the ethereal world, we're all just equal and don't have any bad feelings for each other. So we're just
I
playing
don't know if
parts.
I agree with that.
We're just playing parts. Some are supposed to play the bad guys, and some guys play the good guys.
Ooh, I love that you said that. I've mentioned him before, Aaron Abke. I think he gave a great description today about the law. The law of God is the law of one. The law of one is the law of love. And so what we have is we're all characters in this game of love. And there's either those obedient to love who do no harm, or there are those who are disobedient to love and they do harm. And the disobedient, they know not what they do. They're confused. They're acting at the level.
Exception with the obedience thing.
What's that?
I sort of take. I was with you until you said obedience.
That's where it lost me too.
Yeah.
Obedience to the law of love. And the law of love is do no harm. So we either abide by
your Hippocratic oath. That's the
It's
Hippocratic
the
oath.
path of least resistance.
Yes, love. If we do no harm, then we cause no pain, no suffering. We create no resistance.
No guilt.
Yeah, it's how we can condition ourselves to live. If we're free, if we're strong enough and we're brave enough, we can condition ourselves to break beyond these patterns of judgment and separation. And seriously, from my experience, learning how to forgive, I guess I've had plenty of practice. Right?
Pat yourself on the back a little harder, Jack. You might fall out of the chair.
Well, it gets easy.
If I manage to forgive the Israelis, then I get the pat on the back, because that's the big leagues.
You get
Now-
to surrender the hate and the anger.
Do you know the Israelis? I mean, is this a personal thing or is this like something you've read about too long?
No, it's
I figured it was a real life thing. I just thought I'd check.
Yeah,
it's a fair question, but
I only laugh because I know her and I know she's Palestinian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't have the real life connection. My view is from giving it a lot of attention, and I can understand. I've said it. I see true evil being played out right now, and for our world to heal, for our world to change, we're going to have to help each other with forgiveness, with healing. And I think the best way to do that. Yeah.
That's what I'm here. That's why I'm here to talk about this, is because I'm lending my hand of what I've learned, and I've learned some of it here on YouTube with bullies. So it's been a real big fight, but this is the big time because my whole life has been focused on this. My father came to me hurt, right? Or I came to him while he's hurt and his whole life was damaged beyond repair. And it caused damage on us too sometimes. And I just wanted to make it better. So my whole raison d'etre in life was to find justice for this. Nobody would ever listen. Everybody was always listening to the Zionist news. So they all thought that we're terrorists and all this shit. So fighting the narrative has been my whole life. And now it's like 100 Christmases at once because now people can see. And now I'm using this opportunity that I don't have this feeling of hate, even though they're all this way doing what they're doing now. This is the worst. Like, this is worst of ever, even more than 48. And I'm using this as a chance to try to forgive the Israelis. Netanyahu, I don't think I'm going to live long enough for that one. But the Israelis, I'm making headway. If I were to get in an argument with somebody, I'm sure the hate would start flowing out. But I managed to live every single day without losing my cool about it.
That's pretty honest.
Thank you.
Well,
Well said.
I know how it sounds. I'd like to be one of the voices of reason that speaks to Netanyahu. I think that it's time for change. Hey,
that's not what's needed.
Here, you're right. What needs to happen is the American government needs to stop enabling that atrocity.
Yeah.
The American government, the citizens of Congress, they need to get off their asses and do what is necessary to get the diplomacy and the negotiations of ceasefires immediately. That's what Congress needs to be doing.
Do you remember the classic Star Trek where it was like a magic one, you know, there was a woman and she turned into a cat and there was a big bald man and, you know, all that. You remember that one? Denizen, you remember? Huh?
Are you talking about X-Men or?
No, classic Star Trek.
I never watched Star Trek because I'm too young for that boring ass shit.
No way.
Well, Denizen, you remember, right?
The old stuff when they had the reading rainbow guy with the no, that's
right at the end of the episode. Remember, they ended up being little fuzzy things, like little tiny nothings.
Yeah, the cat's paw.
They were just tiny things. Like they were just.
What is happening?
They had magic or whatever, right? They knew how to use the energies to fool everybody. But they were just little tiny things. If everybody would just abandon Israel, abandon Zionist mission, that the project's over, it failed. Abandon mission and let them just be little beep, 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 and they will just disappear, just like they did at the end of that.
I agree with your solution over Jack's. I think that if we just disbanded the whole thing that Jack wants to speak to, then the problem they're creating would go away. New ones would, of course, spring up, but that's the nature of life.
I wasn't listening only just a bit before I joined, so I don't really know the dynamic of what was going on. But
Jack wants to speak to Congress and world governments and convince them to do different. I think we should just scrap the whole program.
This is not a matter of ignorance. They know what they're doing. They're being paid to do what they're doing.
Right. And until people join together, it's going to continue. They're going to keep getting away with it. So let's go. Have you tried that, or is that just a thought?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, of course. Not me myself, but other people have tried.
Who do you know? Who do you know that has tried?
Nobody particular, like Federation, you know, like.
I know there's all sorts of reasons to doubt, but I'd much rather spend time, try to entertain the idea. Okay, I know how it sounds. Yes, I want to speak to the people who are paid in the United States government to administrate the legislation and the budget of the American economy and the American nation. This
But
is
you want to play
corruption.
Monopoly on a gift board.
No, don't assume. How about ask questions about what I want instead of telling me what I want?
That was a good
No, I'm not
analogy.
saying
Try
that you.
to be polite.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's just that what you're saying is like those people don't work the way that we thought they did. We
Right.
thought it was the way it worked, but that's not the way it works.
Miss Cat, I don't know what you've learned. Okay. I know what I used to think. I know what I have learned. And I know exactly what I want to communicate with the people responsible for representing America. The people responsible for representing America have stood in the way of ceasefire. The exact same problem you're describing, right? The American citizens are funding this through their compliance and their lack of confronting it. Until we confront the evil in the world, the evil is going to continue, and they're getting more prideful, more arrogant. The people in power behind all the economics, I mean, let's face it, behind every war is money. It's a banking system. The banking systems are behind every national, international war. Let's confront it.
Well, knock your socks off. I mean, if it makes you feel better, go ahead.
I will tell you what, and this is why I'm, you know what, actually, no, tonight I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out.
Nice recovery, Jack.
What? Did I say something wrong again?
He gets fussy.
No, you didn't say anything wrong.
You just got to get to know characters. It's nothing. You'll get to.
He was getting a little riled up, and he caught himself
handling sometimes, and he caught himself nicely.
Bravo. Good work.
We all need special handling sometimes.
I like this energy from Kat tonight too. She's she's a kung fu kind of chill, which is my kind of chill. I like this.
Is that how you see yourself, Denizen?
Don't worry about how I see myself.
We're soul brother and sister, and sometimes we fight, but I think we love each other.
Hey, genuinely, my faith.
Pardon?
My faith in God is what is so strong. And I trust there's a reason we're all joining. There's a reason our paths have crossed. And I don't know what the future is going to bring. I never in my past, I never thought my life would bring me to where I am today. I never thought America would go through what they went through the last few years. I never thought I would hear on the news what I've been hearing on the news. But this is the world we're living. A world without secrets and lies. That's not too much to ask for.
Bullshit. That's a massive ask.
It's really
that's like the biggest ask I've ever heard out of anybody ever.
It is the biggest ask in the history of asks.
Right?
I think Jack's point is it's still not too much, but still it is the largest ask ever.
It's amazing though how consistent this man is in his massive asks.
You know,
how else do you grow?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Kat, please.
No, Denizen was talking. Sorry.
No, I said I was done. I just wanted to squeeze that in between responses. Please go ahead.
Okay. Remember before we were talking about how in the ethereal world, everything's easy, path of least resistance, everything's just love, right? But I think we come here because we need to make an obstacle course so that we have some kind of resistance to grow. So we need the bad guys so that, I mean, you know, if October 7th didn't happen, things that are about to happen in the near future would never have happened. It would have just perpetuated.
Your thumb's over the mic.
Oh, sorry. sorry, like Groundhog Day, it would have just perpetuated year after bloody year. It's been those 76 years, and of lies too, just all constant lies. And now everything's busted open because of October 7th. And what's about to happen now? Fuck the two-state solution, one-state solution. Everybody go back to their starting point. It's going to happen. And it wouldn't have happened if all of this shit didn't happen. I mean, God has blessed not
How far back from
Netanyahu.
the starting point?
I'm talking about 1948, if, depending on what you're asking.
Okay, I'm just wondering where the starting. That answers my question.
I think no, sorry, scratch that. 1917. So
Was it Balfour Declaration?
yeah,
Yes.
that was 1917. But God bless Netanyahu, because if he hadn't have been such a megalomaniac and so bloodthirsty and just not even care about, he's a sociopath. If he hadn't have been like that, if he hadn't have made such a spectacle, nobody would have known the truth. Nobody would have known what's been going on all this time. It's
well,
like,
go ahead.
no, just the bad guys serve a purpose too. So
Right.
we need to obstacles.
The bad guys are there for the purpose until we learn our lessons and we decide we don't need evil in this world anymore. And what you're describing, I get what you're saying. You're finding the good out of the bad. Had that, that incident on October 7th not happened, then maybe all of this other stuff wouldn't have happened. And the world wouldn't have known about this craziness that's been going on for so long. I get
Thank
that.
you for the martyr. Thank you for the martyr. Thank you.
Well, and here in the greater picture too, I mentioned this earlier. The pride of the darkness, the evil, the visible darkness that has been leading the world through the corruption, they're getting more prideful, more arrogant. Their secrets aren't secret. They're out front telling the world what they're doing. Netanyahu has said something.
Congratulations, you got what you've been aiming for.
Well, it's here. The pride comes before the fall. So I think we're experiencing the time of tribulation. Many people are having it far worse than we are. But through the darkness, once we get through the darkness and the chaos, there's going to be a greater life that comes forth. We're going to get through this.
Yeah.
And the world will be better.
But we do come here for a ride, so
it's a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
Hey, but here's the thing. It's so simple when you put the words together and you allow it to be simple, right? This is a divine creation. It's a hell of a game. So the way to win this game is to play by the creator's rules. The creator's rule is love. So what's the
rule? Is
the key,
quantum fight.
The key of the game
Hey, Jack.
is to love the hell out of your life.
Real
So
shit.
you,
I want to ask someone. I put something in the back chat for you guys. If you want to know what the Masons and these rulers that may be doing and all that, here's the actual 3 initiations, literally filmed on hidden camera. Real shit. That you can have. It's in the private if you like. I'd recommend downloading it before it gets taken down. But yeah, there you go. Sorry for the interruption. Some of actual value you can learn from, right, Jack? Take a look at it. Why not?
why don't you take a look and listen of what's in front of you instead of constantly trying to throw around your expertise. You might be surprised by what you could learn just by paying attention to what's in front of you, Cage.
I've learned a lot, and
Can't learn when you're speaking, right,
I
Cage?
appreciate all of you for teaching me different things and that.
The quieter you are, the more that you hear.
Remember
I
that,
learned.
Cage?
I learned a lot though. Like I'm not
We're not-
disregarding. Like I don't think I'm know everything and all that. But if there's information to share, I'm gonna share it.
Yeah, no matter how hard we try to stop you.
It's
Yeah, the
fascinating.
censorship is not gonna work.
I'm encouraging you to develop some self-censorship and stop believing that every thought that comes into your head is important for everyone who's around, because most of them aren't. Not in my experience.
This is extremely important. Extremely hard to
When
dominate
Jack
too.
wants to cut,
It
he can
is.
cut.
I'm telling you.
I rue the day that I get on your wrong side, Jack, even for a little second, because he doesn't like none of these man babies on the internet call names and all this ridiculous shit.
Wait, am I one of those?
I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
You'll get choked
Jack
and
Jack
then the eyes
rips
will be
people's
white.
spines out from their tailbone. I gotta take a piss. I'll be back.
Who's Mike? Hey, Miss Cat, would you mute? You got like mic noises going on. Thank you.
Yeah, that's where it is. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows I love Angry Cot. Angry Cot's a blast. Like Pouty and Rage Quitty Cot is not as fun though.
It's not.
And sometimes you don't know which one you're gonna get.
It's hard to tell. I've been growing and changing, and I'm honestly.
If
I
Talcott
don't
Clip Collection is listening, we need a Forrest Gump Talcott fucking clip.
You know, Jack, you got to stop claiming that you're changing, because every time you say that, I reflect on where all of us are compared to when we met, and then it's depressing.
Fucking depressing, isn't it?
It is a bit fucked up, but we need a Talcott Forrest Gump clip. I know
See,
Talcott Clip.
see, this is exactly like 2 years ago when I first met him.
It's absolute insanity. How
Am I
is
making-
this possible? What's that, Miss Cat?
Am I making that noise again?
No, it seems to be better.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Go
You're
ahead.
good, man. You're fine.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I feel like, I love you guys and all that. I actually have the best intention for people, including every one of you. But for me, I feel like no matter what I say, it doesn't matter. I can say nothing at all, and I'll still piss you off. My
How about
presence
we
alone
try?
pisses you off.
You've never tried. I actually like you when you're not constantly interrupting me. I don't mind you at all. I'd love it if you would just.
Well, Taka, it's not just about you. Like, if I look back on, like, the you, the I, the and, the it, whatever, I've never been able to have a full sentence without being interrupted before. Ever. Not once.
You're a
Until
liar.
now. Oh, no, see?
You're a liar, Cage.
See, now I'm a liar.
Yes. Do we need to go back and
What
find
about-
plenty of examples where you went on and on and on,
Do you know
completing
about the-
many run-on fucking sentences, Cage?
Do you
I'm
know
really
about the
losing my
instrument called a
patience with
liar?
you. I'm going to take a break. This is just, I don't know what to do. Why do people behave like this? It is. This is just insanity, man. Holy cows. But somehow, some way, this is God's perfect plan for us all. We're going to figure out what happens after this, and then we'll move forward from this. And I have faith our lives are just getting started, because very soon, when conscious people unite together, we help grow the love that we feel. And I tell you what, when you spend your day more on God and love, you don't have time or space for evil. It's really that basic, really that simple.
You said this is insanity. This is Sparta. You know what I mean? That reminded me of that clip. You better get ready. This is insanity. This is Sparta. You want earth, air, wind, and fire? You're gonna find plenty of that down there. That's fine.
It's not as funny as you thought, Cage.
Don't
It's
you
not
wish
supposed to
you
be
could just
funny. It is
punch
kind of hilarious.
Cage right in the face? Just
I wish you could too. You know, I'd love to.
like, I saw that Jack tried to control his micro expressions, but he didn't do a very good job.
You couldn't because
I was
I
picturing the throat.
My name's Cage for
Okay,
a reason.
you're a little
How about
shorter than I
case
am,
me in the
so
cage?
that would work well for both of us.
Punch him in the throat. Just to get some silence for a little while.
I would talk way more shit if you hit me in the throat, but I would never shut up after that. Ever.
Welcome back, Signal.
Doing, boss.
Good to see you again, man.
Likewise.
Just hanging out for a little bit.
Bro, check this shit out. Did you see that I got?
Dude, you got him.
Yeah, from Random Fan.
I got some too. I got Flow State stickers, dude.
I got Flow State stickers too.
I'm putting them all over the men's rooms everywhere I go.
Well,
You also, like,
I'm
ask for a
gonna put mine at the liquor store for you then. Or yours is liquor store.
I'm gonna start putting your number.
Most of the bars in New York City, all the bathrooms are covered in stickers. Some of them like porn stickers. Some of them's random shit.
I'm gonna put Talco's number in men's rooms now all across this fucking city.
Some of the bathrooms,
maybe
it's
it'll get
nothing
someone
but
else serving you,
porn.
bro.
It's crazy. It's literally just an entire bathroom covered in porn.
DeFreak, that sounds like the worst stream ever.
When I was a kid, my dad used to tell us when he'd read in the men's bathrooms. And two of the things he said I never forgot. One of them was I'll come back to that one. One of them was
Oh, you forgot then.
oh yeah, I know because I'm high. Okay, so the other one was
Jack.
Jesus saves, Moses invests.
There you go. I like Signal's fucking beanie though. It says math. That's a good thing to look at too. The numbers don't lie.
And DeFreak, I'm just kind of scanning some of your things. I don't know what you're trying to prove with the Bible verse that I've seen you drop about 3 times, but I'm not buying it any more than I buy the rest of it. Just and I'm disinterested in the debate.
You know, this reminds me of my first night on the Defamation Nation, and I should have left. And that's what I'm going to do right now.
With the whole Palestine-Israel conflict, I'm saying they're both equally fucked in their head either way. One of them may have more of an advantage than the other, but they're both sick. I don't want to fucking participate.
I don't want to discuss this with you, please.
Right. Yeah.
Hold on, Cage is just about to start virtue signaling. Go ahead, Cage. Show us your virtues.
I'm going to take a break from Cage.
Okay, well, it was nice to meet you guys. Love you, Dennison and Joe. And nice to meet you, Jack and
Flow State.
Yes.
And I love you too.
Bye,
But
PJ.
Dennison doesn't love anybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for
It was
coming on.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Cat.
Interesting discussion.
And actually, we're coming up on 4 hours. It's getting late for old Jackie boy. I'm thinking it's time to wrap up myself.
All right. Good night, old Jackie boy and panel, and salutes to the chat.
Respect to you. I appreciate you joining. We had some fun. Blessing signal. Joe Dennison.
Is Joe still here?
I don't even know. I'm curious. It looks like
I'm heartbroken now because Tommy won't let me on this panel.
He still won't let you on his panel. He's
Well, I didn't try twice, and I'm not going to.
He's still streaming. I don't know what he's got going on there. Let's see. Where's looks like Polyboy's done. So Tommy outlasted us all. Maybe should I send people that way? Oh, why don't I do that? That ought to piss him off.
I can go live.
Well, oh,
actually, never mind.
I want to see. Will this work? Oh, that's where it is. Customization. Let's see. If I can, oh, this is going to make this might trigger Tommy even more. I'm going to wrap up and I'm going to send us over to IllumiTommy stream. So, Denizen, thank you for joining. Joe Cool, I'm going to kick you.
Easy, pal.
Oh, you are there. All right, brother. I'm going to kick you, though. And we are, I think, if I've got it set up, we will redirect over to IllumiTommy stream. I may actually just head to bed. Tonight, the fun was streaming and restreaming, sharing time. This is an interesting adventure. Those of you who have found your way to this Talcadian dream I'm having, holy cows, man, what an adventure. Let's see if we can get some rest tonight. Let's see if the spirit returns tomorrow, and we'll see what the future brings. I'm going to wrap this up. Let's see, can I do this thing too? Let's see where this goes. Peace and love, brothers and sisters. Peace and love for everyone. God bless.